on in, take a seat. We're about to watch and react to the Love Island Nick and Taylor interview with Keke Palmer because you know what? The reunion is in 4 days. So I'm going to see, even though, I don't know what's up with Keke Palmer. Let me put this like, I don't know what's up with Keke Palmer. Oh, no, I don't want to end this. I'm simultaneously streaming to my YouTube channel and here to the TikTok. So, okay, you guys. So right now we're about to listen to and react to the Keke Palmer interview with, I'm splitting timelines again. It feels so crazy. Taylor and Nick. Tay-Tay, 3 dreads, 16 locks, bald spot. I don't know. I pick Clark guy. I pick my boogers, man. I don't want to hate Taylor. I don't want to. But for him to be a month out and still not be acknowledging that we literally with these fucking eyeballs saw you string Olandria along in spite of the various things that people were telling you to do for her. So it wasn't even on your heart and mind. People had to tell you what to do for her. And now you're like, oh, well, they told me to do this and I did that. And, I was doing things for her. Fool, you're on a show. You think you're going to get pussy for doing nothing? You think you're about to end up with the love of your life for doing zilch? Zilch? Is that what we get pussy with? Even Cardi B made a whole song about it. Broke, they don't got none. You don't get none. If your energy is broke, if you're not giving me something mentally, something intimately, something freaking physically, that's broke behavior. I don't care how much money his family comes from. Because, them Oklahoma Negroes be sitting on money sometimes because, that's where they had the Black Wall Street and da-da-da. Maybe some of the people still had some of their crumbs afterwards and they were able to translate that into some generational wealth. So everybody's made it known that Taylor sits on funds and he loves to let it be known that he sits on stacks. The same stacks that they say Ace is standing on that make him 6'2". But his is from generational wealth because his granddaddy started the Black Rodeo and they have all that land and all them horses over in Oklahoma. Yeah, they got it. But he likes to talk about how much he got it too. He holds it over her little head like this. He's like, oh, I bought you a purse. Let me push you in your face. He buys her a Louis Vuitton purse and he could do this to her 12 times in a freaking life. Don't make me take that purse back. Don't make me take that purse back. Don't make me take that purse back. Get out of the way. I need attention too. I bought that purse for you. I got your hair done. You know what I'm saying? And now, freaking, I just broke my glasses. I got another pair. These are from Temu. See, doing too much. See, God don't like ugly and very little pretty. I always say it. But yeah, smushing my face like Taylor smushed Clark's face, and I broke my glasses. See, that's a good thing she don't wear glasses, because we see how damaging it could be. That was even a light push I was doing to my own head, and my glasses broke my own self. Imagine if Clark wore glasses all the 11 times that he was smushing her face on the freaking line. Imagine, right? But no, he overlooks that. He thinks all this childish behavior. Oh, she lets me act like a kid. Dude. She lets you act like a kid because you want to act like a kid. Smushing a whole grown woman's face who you want to be intimate with is kid type behavior. You were the same fool on the playground who used to walk up to the girl you liked and pull her pigtail. I bet it started back then and nobody corrected you. They were like, oh, that just means you like her. No, bitch. It means keep your hands to yourself. That's not an intimate, loving action to smush a bitch's face. I mean, and her face smushed. She don't even have cheeks as big as mine. And her little piece of cheek was smushing like this. Is he smushed? Like that. And then gonna sit his ass on the interview we're about to talk to and bring him some money shit again. After we saw him on the live, be like, I'm gonna take back that purse. You better shut up with the way I'm treating you over here. Put those cowboy boots on, bitch, and get on this horse before I take this purse back. And by the way, You better move to Oklahoma City, bitch, because I done spent so much money on you. That's kind of what he's giving. And I don't want to hate him because I have black sons. And that was part of the reason why I was so upset with how Jeremiah got treated, with how Chris got treated, with how JD got shunned. You know what I'm saying? Because I sympathize. Maybe I'm male-centered now that I have sons. But I'm people-centered. I'm energy-centered. That's what I fucking am. This isn't a male or a female, a black or a white thing. This is more because I'm like, I just don't like the way that you're treating these other humans, you know? And then for us to have it on video on demand, now we do understand that they spliced, diced, and chopped it up to make it totally opposite of what apparently motherfucking happened in the villa. Let the Islanders tell it. They had friends. Let the Islanders tell it. They had other relationships. Let the Islanders tell it. Same thing Leanne Miguel said from season 6. Let the Islanders tell it. Production was chopping them and trying to lead them in other directions other than the directions that they was going in and that they had time with. Okay? Did we really know that Shelly and Sierra were really good friends in the villa? I mean, aside from in challenges when they're both let it be known that those were some of the best, juiciest kisses they've ever encountered. Did we? No, we didn't see that shit. Did we see Austin and Olandria have a friendship? Nope. That was one of her best friends. Did we see Olandria and Jeremiah have a friendship? Not at all. Not at all. They had a very good friendship. And he stands for Nicolandria good and hard right now. Because if anybody is that's them. Now that he sees them together, he's like, that's them. Okay? So also in this interview, Nick is going to have a chance to address what 404 said with her weird post and deletes. That's another reason why she's 404. That's an error message. If you're posting and deleting every motherfucking thing, that was an error. Therefore, 404. Therefore, it applies. And she said in her live the other day, she doesn't mind it. And I feel like it's really mild. But no, I don't know. I don't know if I'd appreciate getting called error. But it is the last part of her name, and she keeps posting and deleting. I'm not trying to be mean. And mental health is everything. And so I hope she, isn't getting too much under this. And even still, I mean, you did this weird ass shit. You go on a whole show. You do the things you did. You act the way you acted. And they sliced it the way they sliced it. But you did mount Nick. You mounted him. He didn't mount you. We didn't see him pressuring you for anything. We saw him chilling like a Mac. We saw him chilling. And then he ended up mounted twice, and he did not look happy about it. He looked like that soul tied something to his tied something to his soul. That's what he looked drained. Usually I get a good piece, and I'm like, I got some energy. I got a pep in my step after the dick nap. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then you get a pep in your step, right? But no, Nick looked like he was all forlorn. He didn't seem any happier. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to go get the other glasses. But he didn't seem any happier. He didn't seem any more joyous. And one thing that I appreciated about Jeremiah was he said that joy was his baseline. And when he realized he wasn't joyous, that he knew something was up with him and Huda. And it was actually before she even told him that she was a mamacita. Like his baseline was off even before that. Oh, look at the birds making a nest right there under my roof. Great. Carry on. Life. It's about to be winter out here. They're just trying to get someplace warm. I understand. So, you guys, we're going to watch the interview. And yeah, no, I'm not doing that today. We're going to watch the interview, and you guys can put it in the comments what you're thinking, what your take is. And again, I watched it so I know some of what she's going to say. So I know about the Sierra thing. I know Taylor is not going to take any accountability for anything we saw. Taylor is actually going to threaten violence against Olandria, you guys. is very disgusting. Very disgusting. After what we witnessed, which is he didn't do a lot. And even what she said, like she was like having to guide him, like, it's okay to get to know me now. But he kept talking about he was a slow burn, which by the way is lies. Because if you're a slow burn for 21 days, then you don't become a fast burn in 3 days. Because if you are in fact a slow burn, then you're going to be a slow burn with Olandria and a slow burn with Clark. If that's in fact who you are. But if you're a liar who is just wanting Olandria to help keep you in a game that you didn't give a fuck about whether she was kept in or not, then you're a fucking user. Okay? And that's what we see with you. We see the usury, we see the lack of accountability, and for you to be like, oh, I don't find her attractive and I grew to find her attractive. We're going to hear Nick check him on that. Who wouldn't find Olandria attractive? As it turns out, Nick was going to Taylor every week and be like, your girl is the hottest one in here. Your girl is the hottest one in here every week, until he got a fucking uncoupled for 3 weeks straight. While the whole time he was with Olandria, he would go in and tell Taylor, you got the hottest one in here. Okay? And for 3 weeks, Taylor's like, well, damn, why aren't you getting hard? I'm not thinking about baseball or horses. Maybe he needs to think about horses. I don't know. But, and that's part of why, I mean, preference is preference. I don't have to like what you like. You don't have to like what I like. But Clark is beautiful and Taylor is gorgeous. I mean, Olandria is gorgeous in her own right, in a whole different way. And we know the obvious different way that she's gorgeous in, which is she's way more melanated than Clark. Way more melanated than Clark. She is like black. Okay? She's almost literally the color black. All the rest of us are brown, mulatto, chocolate mocha latte, caramel, espresso, you know, but she is like, the melanin is popping. Okay? And that's the difference between her and Clark. To my simplicity, they both got body. Olandria has it more in a different way because she's literally Barbie proportions. She's like a 34 double D. Now she's down to a 32 double D. And she has like a 0 waist and then a 34, 38 ass, hips. Like her, she's classic Barbie dimensions, is part of the Barbie label that goes on with her, along with her aesthetic being so gorgeous. Oh my God. Her face card is T, it doesn't stop, you know? And Taylor was lucky enough to be chosen by her, and he never really tried to protect her the way that she was looking out for him. And even after, post Villa, the same thing is being done. She's still like, oh yeah, Tay and me, we're fine. Whatever. Him and Clark, yeah, they're good. I'm glad he picked Clark. Because now I'm over here picking up these endorsements without him, with Nick, who's making all my dreams come true, and everything I ever said in a tweet before that I wanted to do, he found out about, and we already got a nice list getting checked off. Okay? Whereas Tay would have had her over at the motherfucking barn in the stables, smelling horse shit in some pants he bought her, talking about you better. So yeah, you picked Clark. I'm glad. And so is Olandria. And so is Felicia. Yes, and so is Jessica. And so is Elle. And you know who else is glad? Nick. Because he came and told you every day for 3 weeks that you had the hottest one in the house. And you were fumbling the bag, bruh. And you were like, well, as long as I came and got who I wanted, as long as I came and got a person, as long as I came and got a person, long as I came and got a person, long as I came and got a person, Long as I came and got a person. Right? And but you got an Arby's commercial, and now he's gonna say she better move to Oklahoma. So we're gonna go ahead and listen to this. Yes. Yes. Okay, let me do this real quick. Let's go here. And let's go here. There you go. Okay. So this is going to be Keke Palmer. And we're going to flip that. Actually, I can put you on this side. Let me put you. Well, no, actually, that was better. Because we're going to watch it on my laptop.
Like he can snap his big toe and then his middle toe.
It's like a talent that
it sounds like this. Swear.
When did you learn how to do that?
I hope it comes out, in the reunion. But
go ahead and do it right now. Take off the socket.
I can't release the dogs on the podcast.
The fact that you could snap your toes.
Okay, restart.
I'll keep going.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm very excited to see y'all pre-show pull-up questionnaires and see what you guys are giving. So I'm gonna start with Nick. Today I'm giving meatball with a side of spaghetti. Okay, come on, your mom's meatballs.
Yeah.
That really went up.
Yeah, it did.
Have you had any of the meatballs since coming back home?
No, but I saw my mom was making meatballs on a TikTok with my sister. So that's right. We're serving meatballs today.
Shout out to them. Next time I'm gonna give me a little Tupperware to go box. Okay, today's mood in one word. Dangerous. Now, why are you feeling dangerous?
In the villa, like, we'd get asked every day how we feel, and I think, like, every day I just came with, like, danger. It's a lifestyle, it's an attitude, like, you just coming with that energy.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you was definitely always coming with that banter.
Trying
we definitely
to.
saw you with that.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. Okay, what did you listen to on the ride here? My dad, you was on the phone with Pops.
I couldn't even get a tune in. I had, like, he was just calling me, so.
What was Dad talking about?
It's just life, business.
I
stuff.
love that. You close to your dad?
Very, very.
You seem like you have a very tight-knit family. You too.
Yeah.
I'm very close to my family as well. My sister here today. My mama here today.
What are you? I don't want to talk about this.
My sister actually accidentally knocked on your door and was like, I'm looking for Taylor.
Oh.
That's my sister. She was like, this ain't the Taylor. She thought you was Taylor Parks.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah. It was crazy. Yeah.
Nah.
So that was my sister.
What else is?
One thing that instantly makes you laugh. Senior Williams.
That was Taylor Williams. That's
Right, with two words.
Senior Williams. So you really be
But
correct.
he gotta say it in his voice. You're not saying it correctly.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Pisces got shy. Okay, now I'm about to do your questionnaire. Today I'm giving Trim.
See, Taylor is such a freaking goofball. I really want to like him. But just knowing how he treats Nicolandria, seeing how he smashes Clark's face, and just still thinking it's all funny makes me feel like he's so freaking annoying. And that's what makes me like, just the level of annoyance with him is a lot. Hey, Bianca, thanks for coming through. I'm simultaneously broadcasting here on YouTube and on the TikTok. Oh, Bianca, look at you. I love it. You're already a moderator over here, aren't you? There, you're a moderator in both places now, Bianca, because I had to block this other person earlier. Yeah. Anyway, so we are watching the Keke Palmer, Taylor, Nick interview, because the reunion for Love Island is in 4 days, you guys.
With a side of subtle. Yeah. And that's very much on point because this outfit is very trim, perfect to the body. But also lay back and chill.
Just chill. Like, you won't know it's chrome unless you look at the buttons. The buttons is chrome. You feel me?
The pants.
But the baton is like.
You feel me? But I got them in black.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta really look to know what they are. A lot of people think these Carhartts.
You came in fitted.
You feel me? True. So.
Today's mood in one word: chill. I feel like you always give chill. You always lay back in the cut. What did you listen to on the ride here? Clark, y'all was on the phone. So what was y'all talking about?
Her coming back to Oklahoma. She just left yesterday.
So wait a minute. This is one of my questions, but since you done already brought it up, what was it like with her coming? Because where's Clark from?
Charlotte.
Okay, so
North Carolina.
What you be on? So what did she think coming down?
Real quick, prayers up to the people in the path of Hurricane Erin. Outer Banks, OBX, is in North Carolina, and they just had catastrophic flooding, and the houses were washing all in the ocean because of the swells from Hurricane Erin coming and obliterating the OBX right now, and Erin hasn't even hit land yet. Like, this is like the pregame shit. So yeah, hope everybody over there is safe, and shout out to North Carolina.
Down there.
Man, she loved it. Like, when she first got there, she wanted to get her hair done, nails done, so we got her hair done.
She already found the place to get her hair done.
You feel me? I found my mom's hairstylist got her hair done. Then we had like a little family get together. I hired people to come do her nails at the crib.
As far as the spaces on his locks, let me show you guys this real quick. So I have locks too. And like when I don't have them done, you see how you can't even see my scalp? You can't even freaking see my scalp. But everywhere I have them done, to me even, I'm like, I look bald compared to when it's all filled in and not maintained. But here, I was showing you guys this. So like when I get them retwisted, I just feel like, I feel like, oh my God, that's so much scalp. But we have so much hair that he's not bald. I know he's not bald. And we call him 3 locks because of how the spacing looks after he gets them done and everything. But that's just what happens when you have beautiful long locks and the space happens, you see scalp. And then, I mean, it's just like if you saw a girl with her hair in fresh braids, that's a lot of scalp sometimes, So as far as his hair goes, I mean, I know it looks it kind of looks very balding, but because of the locks. So yeah, anyway, let me let you guys finish watching this. I just wanted to share that, like it's about me or something.
So did.
Oh my gosh.
He said so did.
What's the song? They was sung in the villa. Hair's done, nails done, everything did.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so she loved. How long did she stay?
3 or 4 days until I left. So we both at the same time. Took her to a rodeo. So.
What did she think of the rodeo? I feel that the rodeo would be very fun.
Nah, she was lit. Like, she rode horse more than I did.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it looks empty. That's a good way to put it, 514.
Walked around, like.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, you're not sorry to interrupt. You want $1 for something that I'm not interested in.
I took out there, made her feed horses with me. Like,
save the horses, ride the cowboy.
You too much. Now that's that dangerous thing.
Sorry.
Okay, one thing that instantly makes you laugh: Nick snapping his toes. What?
That wasn't.
Yeah,
that
too
wasn't
much retwisting.
Oh,
I don't think.
you talking about like this?
No, like this. Like snap with my toes.
He can snap his big toe and then his middle toe.
It's like a talent though.
And it sounds like this. Swear.
When did you learn how to do that?
I hope it comes out, in the reunion. But
go ahead and do it right now. Take off the
He said, "Go ahead and do it right now."
I can't release the dogs on the
The fact that
podcast.
you could snap your toes, that's pretty next level.
And it's loud. Like we literally had people like.
No, it's like.
Like we said people like close your eyes, people in the villa. It was like, what does it sound like? And then it's like snapping your fingers.
You was leaning with it, rocking with it.
I was basically.
That's crazy because I can do a lot of stuff with my feet too. My feet are like hands. I can pick stuff up with them. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never snapped with them.
I'm very versatile in the feet department.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
I like that. Okay, well, thank you guys for doing the questionnaires. How has it been being back since being in the villa where y'all had no time zones? I mean, you didn't know what day was what. What was it like when you just got settled back into being at home?
I wouldn't even say like settled. It was just so stressful. Like I have like all my stuff in my car right now, trying to moving from hotel to hotel. So trying to even get that like personal time with Alandria or like Taylor friends. It's been hard. So just trying to get into like the groove of things.
Yeah. I mean, that's real. That's what I would expect because you've been traveling too. Like right now you're here, but you live in.
I guess my parents' house is in Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville, yeah. So
I need to find it.
Look, you guys, and we were calling Chris the Hobo Sapien. Nick is a bona fide Hobo Sapien right now. The week before the villa, he moved out of his apartment because his lease was up anyway. And he was like, well, why pay rent if I'm going to be gone for 6 weeks? I'll find a place when I come out. So he's living in his car right now, you guys. And that's why I think he was looking forward to moving in with Brian so they could like do whatever. And Brian and Chris actually have been hanging out. And just real quick, did you guys see that the Aqua de Kefir, not only they premiered Nick and Nicolandria as the cover people for that brand. But who's on set next, you guys? Adriana and Chris have a shoot in the same room with the same type of aesthetic coming for Aqua de Kefir as Nicolandria just did. And then I saw Hannah in the room too, but she didn't have a guy with her. So all of those, if you guys go to Aqua de Kefir's socials, then you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, so it looks like a lot of the Islanders are going to be over at Aqua de Kefir because even Aqua de Kefir admitted that the Nicolandria marketing campaign has been their most successful one to date ever before in the history of the company. So they're like, yeah, let's capitalize on this. Let's ride this island wave out, right? So we're going to have Chris and Adriana and then a Hannah commercial. I hope she doesn't spit in her drink. That would be too much if she spit the drink out or something like that for Hannah's because, she's spitting her hand and everything. Anyway, let's get back. Yeah, I'm glad they were first.
Find a place like soon.
So now you're kind of in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you like it.
I love it.
I love that.
Mostly because of the people that are here. Ace is Ace is here. Chris, Brian, Amaya.
Yeah.
So it's the people.
What about you? How's it been for you since being back? You spent some time in Oklahoma.
I spent 3 days back home.
Just 3 days.
Just 3 days since I left the villa.
And then where'd you go right away from there to LA?
Yeah, so I left the villa, came here, was here for like 5 days or so, 5 or 6 days or so.
Right on. Thanks for the glasses.
Now I'm back out here.
A chatting popcorn, Bianca. Thank you. Love you.
What you doing in Hamptons? Is that work too, or you get to chill?
No, that's work.
That's work. Yeah, I mean, you guys are all
working in the Hamptons. That's so tired. Life is so hard.
I mean, it's like you guys are now full influencer lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, was it what you expected? Is it fun? Are you just kind of like, dang, what did I get myself
I ain't
into?
gonna lie. It's fun, like doing all this, influencer stuff and making appearances and stuff. But it's just like, at the end of the day, y'all, like I still miss my horse. I still miss rodeo and like.
Yeah.
Bro.
I thought you just post on Instagram and that's that, but no, it's like right when you wake up to right when you fall asleep. It's like calls all day. So
yeah,
but it's fun. It's like intriguing and it's a new lifestyle. So
I mean, have you guys watched any of the show? I know you've seen memes online and clips and every now and then, but when I was talking to Shelly and Alondria, they're like they didn't watch any of the show yet. Is it the same for you guys? Have you watched any episodes?
Yeah, hell, I ain't seen not one episode of about it.
I watched the finale. So.
Okay, we're gonna go through this.
Okay. You guys, it's so crazy when y'all don't watch the show because we want to know, was this really accurate for that day? But y'all can't even tell us.
Well, you tell me and I'll tell you.
So, okay, let's start. You did see the finale.
Yeah.
How surprised were you at the finale? And
surprise!
Did you expect Maya to win?
She honestly, yeah, I expected her to win.
You did?
Yeah. I wanted her to win too. Like seeing how genuine her and Brian are, they're really sweet together. They love each other, and I know what Amaya's been through. So to see her come out on top, like I don't think anybody else deserved it, to be honest.
Oh, that's really sweet. What about you? Were you surprised?
No, I wasn't surprised. Like I expected her to win.
What made you expect it?
Just the way like. She wasn't even like everybody looked at Maya, so.
This is so ironical that both the two guys with Olandria, who admittedly was beloved by all in the villa, especially by day oneers. For them to be like, oh, Amaya deserved to win, and she's been through so much, and you know, they could totally see her winning, and it's kind of odd, especially from a competition point of view. Like, they were in the competition, and I'm surprised they didn't think they deserved to win. But it's good that Amaya won, because I kind of feel like by saying, oh yeah, she totally deserves to win, makes it diminish their connections in a way that doesn't seem win worthy. You see what I'm saying? Did I say too many words? Anyway.
And that was so crazy because in the beginning I felt like it was like, didn't nobody want to let my girl through. But then slowly as the show progressed, it was like everybody started to fall back a little bit. That moment had happened. Brian came through. Y'all became besties. Like, how did that switcheroo happen?
Yeah, Pauline, you want to come up? Let's see. I just invited you, Pauline. You want to say something?
Because maybe we didn't see it in the edit.
Yeah, I think like in the beginning I was dealing with a lot of my own, and so I never got like.
Hey, Pauline, what's good?
I'm good. I just wanted to contribute on that part. I think it was so weird, and that's why I think, or maybe they're just trying to like ease the tension, because if they said, maybe if Nick said I was to win, it could cause a lot of like people could talk a lot. So I think he just said yeah, like just like Ace and Shady when they left and they were asked, do you think Amaya will win? And then they said, yeah, Amaya. They didn't say Nick or Orlando. I think they're just trying to be safe.
Right. Interesting. I appreciate that POV, Pauline. Because I think you're right. It did feel a little media trained, like how he didn't use his accent to say what he used to always say to Taylor. That's being PR trained, because people could take that as racist, right? Like he's mocking their accents. So he didn't say it outside of the villa where they could use it against him.
And I think for me, I didn't even care about what Taylor was saying. Like, I really wanted to look at what Nick was saying, and that's why I think he got a lot of hate. As we go on listening to it, I was just like disappointed sometimes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Just keep listening, and then we'll just contribute from there.
Right on. Thanks for coming up.
Like am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
All right. I never got to deal with like my own. So, me and Amaya and I never really got to have that close relationship till I kind of cleared my own situations. And once I got to know who she was, I'm like, all right, I love Sensitive Gangster. Like she's and no, she's so cool, sweet, loving, like amazing human.
Okay, I love that. I love it because so much of this thing, we don't get to see all the little intimate moments that you guys have. So a lot of times stuff comes out of nowhere with us, which definitely want to get into this out of nowhere romance with you and Alondria that gave us everything we needed and more. But it's interesting because there's so much that we...
To Nolandria, Nicklandria shippers, though, we were seeing the crumbs and they became even more obvious. We were like, aha! So it's not as much of a surprise to some of us Nicolandrians, but it was surprising at the way the events unfolded with Sierra's 404's removal from the casa. That's what the surprise was, because that's what the trigger action was, to allow space for Nick to fully explore Olandria, since she had by that time been kicked to the curb by Taylor, who picked who picked Clark.
Yeah, and I think that's where people are like, I think Nick is not genuine, because if you go by, as in when we keep listening to it, there's a part where I just have to say it because I was so pissed when he was asked, do you think that maybe if Sierra was there, things would be different. And he said something like, yes, yes. And now people are like, okay, it means like Orlando is just your by the way option because you didn't have any. And I was just like, God, I can't.
Well, for me, I took that as the person I was completely into, because he was into 404, even though he didn't look like he was having fun about it. There was nothing. His energy with Olandria is I'm alive. His energy with 404 was I'm subdued, and
Yeah.
so if that part alone, he would have went to the end with Sierra in his subdued state because he didn't have access to Olandria. But then when she got removed,
Yeah.
he did go through it, and he was trying to process it, and then he decided to explore things and continue the game. So I feel like he continued the game and tapped back into the game, which is what they're there for, and I'm not mad at it.
Yes, and even you saw that part where Pepe was like, "Are you going to explore?" And then the production cut it. I think Pepe already knew, and he was like, "You better go for Orlando right now." And then he was like, "Yes, I will." And that's where
Yeah.
and Nick started
to go and talk to her, and they actually needed each other. They both she got dumped by hers, and he technically got dumped by his because she had to leave without saying nothing. He got ghosted. He got ghosted on the island.
And the person Ian was like, Sierra has left the island. I just said, yes, Lord, yes. I don't care how, but I loved it.
Yes, it was perfect timing. Hey Shelps, thanks for coming through.
That we missed that you guys know. But quickly, I want to talk about y'all going to Disney and having an escort, and just like how was that experience for you, and what's been a highlight of all the things that you guys have been doing since being back?
I think Disney was a big highlight. We had like that was so new to us, like having an escort and not even being able to walk through the main part of the park. And we had like security and stuff. Like that's so weird to me. It's cool. It has like its pros and cons.
Yeah.
We got to skip the lines. Alandria and I got to go on. You know, she doesn't really like the roller coasters that go up too fast.
No.
Our stomachs were dropping, but it was cool. We got to hang out with Ace, Shelley, Taylor, and Clark, and we had to that first time outside the villa was so nice.
Yeah.
It was nice to get out, but I think another moment too was just Alandria and I having our own time and having a movie night on the couch. Like that's something I've wanted since a long time in the villa. Like you don't really get to have that. Yeah. So like those little moments that you do in a regular life is nice to have after the villa.
What movie did y'all watch?
We watched Medea.
Come on, Medea.
Yeah.
I love Medea.
The
new
one. I just watched it too. What
that was a good one.
We didn't watch the whole thing.
I have been using the GLP-1 injections through hers for 4 months.
Gonna just let this skip?
Okay.
Because I fell asleep.
You was too funny. What about you? What were some highlights for you?
Definitely Disney. Especially like going to Disney and just riding the rides and everything and hanging out with, you know, Nick, Ace, Shelly.
And being in the real world.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It was way different.
Yeah.
And it was so cool just to be able to hang out with them outside of it, like no cameras, no mics, and we could just laugh and just be ourselves.
Yeah.
And just vibe, like it was just super funny. Like us riding rides by ourselves.
Like screaming. Like bro, we were screaming louder than the girls were. It's
like it was what ride was it was
the Guardians of the Galaxy one on the like
oh my gosh, Guardians is so fun. And it's different every time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, okay, it's like over, then they bring you back up and put you back down. That stomach thing is scary, but it's fun.
And it was literally just me and him riding it. So we
screaming, like
in there just having fun by ourselves, like just kicking it. So like,
what was y'all family saying to y'all after seeing you guys on the show? Were they say like, oh, why did you do this, or what did you? Because I'm sure they watched it.
So what they told me, it was like, I'm glad you ain't changed who you was when you were on the show. Oh. Like they were like, I'm glad you were still your goofy self, like
he is a funny self,
and like you didn't change who you was. And I was like, nah, like
they didn't care how he treated that woman. That's weird,
right? What about your fam and friends?
I think like in the villa when I was swallowing milk and doing all this crazy. I kind of was looking back and I'm like, oh my god, my parents are gonna be so disappointed in me. And when I got out of the villa, They were just so supportive. And like even my dad, he doesn't watch reality. He watched every episode, reading all the vlogs, doing like vlogs, YouTube, like, and now he's still updating me on stuff that like I don't even see. So having that support is huge.
Well, I know Clark already went and visited Oklahoma. I mean, are there trips planned for Alandria to get into those meatballs and to meet your dad?
That's crazy. She already got to the meatballs close.
No, he didn't.
No,
Did you see Taylor said she already got to the meatballs?
we have a trip planned.
Maybe I
to
should put the
Greece,
closed caption on.
What? Y'all are going to Greece?
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. You got to get into how did y'all plan this? This is giving everything.
Yeah, we it's
you
kind
can't
of like
really see
a
it.
half work thing, half vacation. She's never been to Europe. That's like my dad's from Belgium, so to show her like a piece of Europe is gonna be beautiful. She's bringing a friend, and we're gonna be
I don't know how to make it
working
bigger
and
for you
having
guys. I don't
fun
know
at the
why
same
it's not
time.
bigger.
So
Oh my gosh. Now, when she was on the show, she was very, saying how you guys are experiencing, obviously everybody loves Nicolandria, but she was saying, y'all want to go at your own pace.
Yeah.
But it does seem that you guys have been, moving along. Like, are we exclusive? How we dropped the L-bomb? Like, what's the tea?
the L-bomb, love.
Keke Palmer. I think she's gonna do a talking commercial. Yeah. So let's get back to the guys. Pauline, you have any thoughts on what are you talking about? Nick in public like that?
I remember the mom was like disappointed in him because of this year's.
Oh yeah, she was like Nick in public like that. Yeah. And he's like, it wasn't public, Mom, not technically. And she's like, babe, I saw you at home. Like
I was so mad, and I'm still mad because the only thing that Sierra is talking every time you see Sierra posting things about, as in when Nick is not around Olandra, that's when you see her post about herself.
yeah.
So I think she's only using Nick to be relevant right now because Love Island is not part of her again.
Yeah, they're not
Like
messing with
that.
her.
And I don't want her to be at Shelly's birthday, and I'm like, maybe she'll be there. Yeah.
Well, I know Andriana and Shelly were together yesterday. And yeah, because Andriana, she be spilling tea on her thing. So they all have Snapchats now and everything. And on her Snapchat is where I think I saw it.
Nick won't be there, but I know Ace will. Ace, Shelly, Ola, and I think if she comes, it's going to be bad because I know she's like, Sarah is just waiting for a moment or will do something that will just be on the internet again, and I don't want that.
Yeah, she needs to be, I mean, for her own mental health at this point, she might want to stop with the post and deletes. You know what I mean? Like,
She'll keep doing it because she knows that without doing that, she won't be relevant anymore. And she wants people to forget about the slur that she did. And people have already forgotten about it.
yeah.
And I've seen
Oh, look, they're talking.
There's a woman who was doing a review on this podcast, and she was like, "Yeah, Nick didn't say anything up to support her at the Huda situation. He didn't stand for her. You see, and then she was like, yeah, Nick will just leave her. Nick is just using her." And I'm just like, why don't you see about Ace and Shelly? Because it's black love and everybody wants that. What if Nick is better than Ace? It's just that Ace is scared to do this podcast right now. Maybe he'll do it after the reunion.
Yeah, I feel like he's in his feelings right now with not doing any press. I feel like he's pulling a Monique. He's not doing nothing that wasn't in his fucking contract because you did him dirty. And because they did him dirty with the edit and made it look like he was the one that wanted Jeremiah out, when we're about to hear from Three Dreads right now that he was the ringleader, and it's been said before that he was the ringleader. He was the one that brought it to all the guys' attention. Look how he's moving. Look how he's moving. And Nick didn't see it at all. And of course, he said,
Austin to go home.
Nick wanted Austin to go home. So we're about to hear a lot of very interesting things. And this also gives us back. So for them to cut Ace, who had the most followers of anybody when he came to the house. He already had 1 million, from teaching the people in Pakistan how to dance. He has a dance company. He's world known. He's like worldwide, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's good. He's
right. So for them to cut him and edit him in a harmful way to his reputation is very interesting. But also for them, them to have invited Shelly and Olandria on for multiple years, only to edit them as angry black women, mean, unsupportive black girls. Who, you know what I mean? It was very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's especially Orlando, because Orlando said she was called on
Like 3 years in a row.
Imagine season 5, season 6, and now this, and then you're doing her like that.
Yes.
It's sad.
Yes.
And I think production already knows that they did something wrong this season, because now they were like posting Nicolandria. People are like, no, we just knew you wanted a man, so don't post about anything about Nicolandria, because they know that they are the it couple right now. Everybody's talking about them.
Yeah.
So they want to like act like, oh, we love them, but you didn't love them.
Right. And it's like Nicolandria might have came in second, but they're doing first place things, you know? And the people who came in first place, I don't see their coins stacking anywhere. I mean, they might be working on something.
People are like, oh, we voted wrongly. When it's too late, you already gave Amaya the money. And Brian, no, what are you going to do? Nothing.
Yeah. And I like that Brian advocates for mental health and everything. And it still is like, I don't really believe they're together. I believe Nick and Olandria are more together than Brian and Amaya by the mere fact that he helps give opportunities to Ola. So he's looking out for her in a way that somebody who cares for somebody looks out for them. Now he's getting something from it too. However, he is doing things to lift her up that she'll be able to carry on with or without him. You know, so I feel like that comes from an authentic, caring place. Whereas Taylor would not have wanted her to experience that and only been at the farm with his ass. And I feel like she thought she wanted to be at the farm. But now that she's doing model teams and going on location shoots and she's been traveling and getting all these opportunities, I feel like she didn't know what she wanted. And now this is a perfect example of how you might think you want something, but when God gives you something completely different, then just maybe lean into that for a minute.
Yeah.
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 Oh, here we go.
The pace is going really strong. It's been hard too, like with every day is so busy.
Honey, life had other plans. Between secret romances,
workplace
rivalries, and friendships
hanging
on by a thread, anything.
Yeah, I love her intonations and stuff, and I love her, but we're not going to buy this book. And I don't really know what book it is. And it's some kind of book on Audible about something. Listen to it. Sounds like Mike. Watch new episodes. Oh, Tyler Perry Sisters. Wednesday at 9/8 Central, only on BET. Now, I've never gotten into Sisters. I did used to like girlfriend.
We're not exclusive yet, but the pace is going really strong. It's been hard too, like with every day is so busy.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm looking forward to this trip this weekend. It's gonna be that time to like have that one-on-one and get to a place where we can drop bombs like that.
Yeah, but it's been really good to see you guys. We're living for it online. I seen this one clip of the side of her up in the bathroom. I was like, what's going on with that?
Oh, the Snapchat?
Yeah. But it's very cute. What about you and Clark? Have y'all made it official, exclusive, or you guys are just
yeah, we've been exclusive since we left.
So, still exclusive, tight end. Are we saying love?
Maybe.
Come on, bro.
Hell yeah.
What?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I gotta tell you, man, I was literally, you were definitely one of my favorite guys on the show. Like from the beginning with Alandria, I loved her, I loved you. But obviously when you started talking to Clark, it was like different. It was like night and day.
With Clark, I want to say we're just more like, our conversation was just more chill, more funny, more like, where I could just crack jokes and just laugh. And it was like a chill back, relaxed conversation I was having with Clark.
Yeah.
And like when I would try to leave Clark to like go get ready for the day, I couldn't. Like we'll have more and more conversations. Like one day we talked from literally breakfast and lunch. And I told her 3 times between that time, like, yo, I gotta go get ready for the day. Like, I ain't brushed my teeth yet.
Right.
And we still just chopping it up. So it's just like, at that point, like when we first had that conversation like that, I was like, damn, like, it's something there. I really try to leave 3 times to brush my teeth and I can't, you know? So I was like, yo, is there something there?
And with Alandria, when that connection was happening, what were you thinking in your mind about what you were going to be saying to her? Or did you even pause and think that maybe it's just because she's here right now? Maybe when I see Alandria again, the spark's going to come back.
See, and the crazy thing is, so like, when Casa first happened, and I chose Coco and I had a conversation with Coco.
Yeah.
We were in the bathroom having a conversation. I was like, bro, this reminds me of Alandria all over again. Like, I'm talking to Alandria all over again. Alandria is still in my head.
Okay.
And they were just like, yo, like, this is the experience of this Casa. Like, we need you to go out there and just, like, Ariana said, forget about everything. Like, start clean slate. Day
Ariana
one.
love telling y'all, forget about everything.
She loves saying
She
that.
loves doing that.
And I was like, they can remind me, like, yo, like, it's this Casa.
Okay, we're gonna pause it here because I don't know. Something just kind of didn't seem. Wait. So he just said that he was like, I'm in the same situation with Olandria all over again, meaning he's with a dark-skinned girl who he doesn't find attractive and about to be tethered to her again because they're always finding him attractive. And then they had to tell him to go explore because Ariana did say that everybody was broke up. That's another thing for even who's it's and what's it start? Nick and 404. Literally, Ariana said, you guys are off. She even told them, you guys can start again. So when he's tonguing it up with Olandria and Soul Ties, that's nothing. That's not Sierra's fucking business. Because you weren't even with him while you were in Casa, because that was the rules of engagement at that time during the gameplay. So everybody's trying to spin it like, oh, she's not a girl's girl because she was tonguing it up with Nick and da. She liked it and he liked it. No, they were playing the game and within the perimeters of the gameplay, which is you guys are single, mingle, insert tongue here. You know what I'm saying? And for them to pretend like all of a sudden the game turned off because Olandria is getting her cock filled, you know, is really just not authentic. It's not intellectually honest. But what he just said is very telling to me that his issue is dark-skinned women. Because for him to say that it's like Olandria all over again.
I was shocked.
Let me listen again because I think that's what he said. I don't know how to get this closed caption bigger. Darn it. Because that's what that fool said.
When Casa first happened, and I chose Coco and I had a conversation with Coco.
Yeah.
We were in the bathroom having a conversation. I was like, bro, this reminds me of Alandria all over again. Like, I'm talking to Alandria all over again. Alandria is still in my head.
Okay.
And they were just like, yo, like.
Yeah, in your head in as much as they're both dark-skinned women. And they did look eerily similar. But they're dark-skinned women and they looked eerily similar. And now he's like, oh, she's still in my head. Not because you liked her ass, because you were still slow burning with her ass at that moment. So it's not like in your head in a good way. It was like in your head, like, damn, I'm still getting the dark women to like me. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. But then again.
Say, might feel this.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not on an island. Wink, wink.
This is kind of like, this is the experience of this Casa. Like, we need you to go out there and just, like, Ariana said, forget about everything. Like, start clean slate. Day
Ariana
one.
love telling y'all, forget about everything.
She loves saying
She
that.
love doing that.
And I was like, they can remind me, like, yo, like, this is Casa. Like, this is what the experience is for. It's for, like, see if, like, that's really real. And, like, if you could find something else.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right. But the whole time, Ace was like, how do you feel sleeping in the bed with somebody else? And I was like, bro, it felt weird. Like, I miss Landry. You know?
God.
And it was just
I
like,
can't believe he said that for some
Everyone, I'm
reason.
Joe, founder and CEO of Vior.
For some reason, I don't believe he said I miss Alandria. I don't believe it. Except for that, at least he was used to sleeping with Alandria by then. And not this new darker woman. I don't know. I'm crazy.
getting Landry out of my head for me to have to, you know, like, explore part. It was weird, but it was something that I had to do. But like, at the end of the day, like, I really didn't want to swear anybody. I was like, I miss Landry, y'all. Like, Landry stood in my head and they kept saying, like, you gotta get her out your head. Like, you can't.
We didn't even get to see that enough. Like, I've seen maybe some moments, but it did seem like, dang, he met
Hey,
Clark,
Dawn, I'm
Landry was
shy.
gone.
Thanks for coming
So it's
through.
interesting to hear you say that
It wasn't
and
even like
to
that.
see the process of what it took for you to get to that place. Well, I want to come back. There's a lot I still want to unpack with this, but we got to talk about you and Sierra because that was your girl up in the house. You know what I'm saying? And this was your boy, too. So, I mean, is your guy. So, with him with Alondria and then you having those feelings, I'm just curious for you, like, how it got to you just sticking with Sierra, even though you was open, obviously, with Casamore, and you kind of always seemed a little open. You was focused on Sierra, but you definitely was like, hey, whatever's going to happen. But to know that in the back of your head, you had these feelings for Alondria and she was with Taylor, I mean, how were you dealing with that and struggling with that? And did you talk about it more times than we knew?
I think at that point, like, my focus was Sierra.
Yeah.
I think we had that, like, really strong connection, and that's what led us to become exclusive. In regards to Alandria, it was like those past weeks in the villa was so rough and, like, so demanding on the mind and everything. The pieces to the puzzle started falling into place as, like, the process kept moving on. And so, through the situation and the relationship with Sierra and how things unfolded after that, that's when I, like, took a step back and was like, all right, Landry is, like, a person that I want to explore now.
I know for me, I kept seeing you definitely was picking her in all the challenges. It was getting to the point where I was telling it was like, they not letting my girl go, and every challenge they're on my girl. But at the same time, it was like, okay, what does it mean? And so it was interesting when she was saying she maybe thought she wasn't your type, even despite all of those advances.
Well, I think since minute one of the villa, I was like, this is someone I'm interested in. Whether she knows it or, like, when she kissed me on the heart the first day, like, whether she knew it or not, like, how can Alandria not be someone's type?
That's
you know what I mean?
and that's 1,000% true.
Like, I don't know.
Wouldn't be,
exactly.
No, it's for real.
So,
yeah.
And I even told Taylor, like, maybe it was a few weeks in, like, Alandria is someone I've been wanting to explore. Like, I'm hurt. Like, that's someone I secretly admire. And, I mean, I don't remember what you said, but probably was awkward.
Yeah, right. I'm sure everything is going so fast. And this is actually how...
See, every week he went and told Nick. Every week that Nick laid next to Alondria, building up feelings that come naturally to men, taking her time, wasting her time, knowing his best friend was totally interested in her, never encouraging it. I mean, but it was there for Love Island, so that makes me even further believe that Alondria was a placeholder because you knew Nick was actively interested in her, and you stood in the way of that. So I'm just like, he can't play me anymore. He can't.
I think even Taylor really, like, I think he hated Orlando, so he said to his mind, like, I'm not going to tell you about Nick. I will trick you like this until I get my person, and then I'll toast you, I'll leave you. And I think he also wanted her to go on. He wanted her gone. He was surprised that Nick said, you know what, I'm going to stick with Orlando.
Yeah. Interesting. Or maybe, here's another thought real quick, because this just came to me. So Nick did say that he's been telling Taylor every week, your girl's the hottest one in here. And then that day that Taylor had a chance to recouple and he was trying to go be with someplace with Sierra. I wonder, was that his way? I wonder, was that the one time that maybe he was like, okay, let me move away from here so that could maybe happen. I'll give him that much. Maybe that was the one time. Who knows?
How it happens with life. I know that's why they be talking about online with the whole string thing.
Yeah, the string, invisible string.
The invisible string. Sometimes everything does go like that in life, where things just line up and it has to happen the way that it happens. So,
and that's why I'm keeping the tattoo, because it came full circle. So it worked out.
Well, obviously y'all third isn't here of y'all tres leches. Ace, he ain't here. And you said he's. What did you say? He's
Less swamp.
What is Ace?
More than 70.
Ace is MIA because he's not doing nothing that doesn't pay.
6'2".
When he's standing on his money, 7'2".
Oh,
yeah, he's standing 187 too. Yeah.
Yes. So how
little kneecaps.
How did that friendship begin? I mean, obviously, y'all experienced one of the most unique experiences you could spend with somebody, but like, what was it like with you guys up in the house kicking it in moments that maybe we didn't see?
Man, for me, it was like from day one, me and Ace connected on the sense of humor. And like, we was like movie lines from Life, Baby Boy, like, we would just cite movie lines from
Come on, Baby Boy, yes.
Every movie possible. Me and Ace would be citing movie lines, and they could be like, you know, say I'm so left out. Like, I don't get what y'all saying. And like, I think what really started is Ace said a movie line from Life. We were in the bathroom with Ace.
Such a classic.
And I cited one right back, and I don't think he expected that, and that's how we just vibed. We were citing movie lines, laughing, and people that went on in the villa. Like, people went on in the villa, and me and Ace look at each other right away and just like side eye each other, like. Yo, like, do you see that? We were like, hell yeah. Like, we would talk through our eyes without saying nothing. I could understand everything he's saying.
Hilarious. And then how'd you find your way in? Because they was leaving you out with the movie quotes.
Yeah.
But you, somehow.
I feel like the first 2 days, it was like Jeremiah, Taylor, and Ace were getting along so well. And I was just kind of like, oh, like, I don't want to be here. And because for me, it was like the friendships are as important. You're spending so much time together.
So true.
But then I think at a point I started just to be myself and like started bringing out a side to him like that was just crazy, like crazy. And with Ace too, like, you know, he's this like dude from LA, and I felt like I drew out like a side of him that doesn't come out often. And I think we really just like laughing all day, all night together. And when you spend a lot of time together, it just becomes like the friendship we have now, and it becomes the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Ed, and Eddie, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Team leader Ace.
Yeah, no, we have to talk about Team Leader Ace because, again, when I was
Yeah.
talking with Shelly and Nicolandria, it was she said it was a total different experience, both of them did, as to what the viewers, were watching at home. Because I'm telling you, it seemed like he was up in there being like, this what we doing. And if we don't do, like, it seemed, I don't know why it gave that vibe, but it seemed like he was up in there calling some shots. I'm like, is he dating the producer? Because he's like getting these things aligned. But for y'all didn't feel that way. So like, I know y'all didn't watch the episodes, but what did we miss?
First of all, everyone thinks we're like Ace's minions because when we're sending Austin and Jeremiah home, everybody thinks that like I voted for Jeremiah to leave, and like they're like,
and
how the hell?
That was your boy.
Nah, during that thing I said Jeremiah, like, I want him to stay if there's a 5% chance to stay with Andrina. And so like seeing all that online, I'm trying to like hold it into the reunion, and I mean, like, trying to let Jeremiah know as well.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But it was a group decision. And, like, I wasn't about to go tell Jeremiah, hey, bro, I voted for you, like, to get on his side. We had to make that decision as a group. So I kind of just, like, stood on that business and, like, made it a group thing. Like, yeah, we voted you off.
Yeah.
Instead of me going to him and saying, oh, Austin, I voted you off.
But at the same time, it is Love Island, but Love Island is also a game. So I think also what it came across too sometimes was that Ace was thinking about, not that he wasn't thinking about love, but he was thinking about the game and like what's best for us as a unit. Do you think that he maybe...
Okay, on that, Pauline, have you watched previous seasons of Love Island, or are you a first-time Islander like myself?
No, I watched season 6.
Okay, so I heard as a first-time Islander that I was going to love it. It's a wonderful experiment. Everybody is just there for love. And even though they have friendships, they go and they interact and they might leave with their person. And it's been wildly successful. There are several Love Island families over different franchises. And that one of the cool things about it is that you don't even know they're playing a game. Like, they never mention the game or the money. And the 1 or 2 times they have on any franchise, that it usually was the Islanders that got rid of that person. And so for me as a first-time Islander, when in week 1, like by episode 7, we have Ace talking about, you're playing the game. You're playing the game. This is the game. Look how you're playing the game. I was like, oops. Fourth wall, because I watch other reality shows and they call that breaking the fourth wall when you talk about what's not supposed to be talked about on the other side, right? So, I don't know. Was that weird to you that he did that?
It was, but and then I noticed that when he said that, that's when I started looking at him differently, but he's a good person. But now when he was speaking about the game, even Jeremiah, when he was talking to Huda, he said something about we can finish the talk and win. And people are like, okay, so you people are just thinking about winning the money. And I think that's where he got it wrong when he was speaking about the game every time.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, so you're not here because of the process, you're here to win.
Yeah, and if another man, to me, that was another thing about Ace that rubbed me so wrong, was because if you're in another man's game so much like that, that for one shows me that you're playing a game because you're talking about his game, so it's in the front of your mind that you're playing your game, and he's playing his game better, and it's going to affect your game somehow. So now he needs to go.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really weird. I don't think he did himself a service. And as it turns out, that means that Ace was Taylor's mouthpiece. Because Taylor started the freaking hate train on Jeremiah, you guys.
He was one of the only people in the house.
See now this situation where people thought that it was Nick, Ace, and Taylor. Taylor was keeping quiet. Now people are like, it's Ace because he was so vocal. That's the thing that made people start looking at Ace differently.
Yeah. So that means Taylor took down two people because him not being like, oh, it was me. Because even when Ace had to stand on business at the Stand on Business Challenge, and Austin was asking him about why'd you do that to Jeremiah because he had been Taylor's mouthpiece, he at that time could have been like, it was Taylor. It was Taylor. But instead he's like, I'm 5'10" and you're 6'4", but I'm the only one standing on business because I said what Taylor wanted me to say. No, now you look like the freaking Mitch of the Year, and you made Shelly lose a game because everybody's thinking you're Captain Killahoe. And it was like, all along it was three dreads.
And that time, and that business challenge, I just knew Ace set up Amaya to win. I said, nicolandria are not winning this. It's Amaya. When he said that to Amaya, I said, okay, there's no need of watching because Amaya would, even with that water bottle, Amaya was going to win.
Yeah, because the way he kind of annihilated her, like it just opened up a floodgate for her. And even though it's not Sympathy Island, and she obviously, I don't think she really ever found a love connection. Smashing somebody in a moo-moo doesn't mean you found love. That's not love. That's smashing.
The both were just out of pity, by the way.
Yeah, and I even feel like Brian never pursued Amaya. I feel he kissed her, but I didn't see, I think he finally brought her breakfast one time. He's like, oh yeah, this is my first time. But he had already by that time been mounted in the moo-moo.
On the business challenge, there's a part where Amaya, the guys were ganging up on her, like Zach was saying, oh, you talk a lot, you too much. And then Brian said, no, that's how we speak in Spanish. That's how we say baby in Spanish. And I think from there, that's why people were like, okay, Amaya, please choose Brian. And then Amaya saw that Brian was supporting her. That's why she decided to choose Brian.
Right. But at no time did he pursue her because he liked Jaden. He liked Jaden. So he pursued, we saw him talk to who he wanted to talk to. And even though he spoke up for his culture in that moment at the fire pit when she was under attack, he was humanizing the culture of Latinos and Latinas by saying, oh, we're super, we're just like that. We're warm, we're loving. You're going to get a mijo, a papi, whatever. Like, that's our culture. And it wasn't like, oh, Amaya, I like you so much. Let me support you right now. It was like, oh, Amaya, we're in the same culture. I'm not going to let you get beat up. And, but that to me, I mean, that's a good start for love. But the mere fact that after that, she mounted him several times without him having to do anything, I just don't feel like that's the good setup for a relationship. Because now he's just going to lay back getting it. And you see that they're not even together. I don't see him getting her any deals. He took her to go get pizza when they got out of the island. And that's fine because even Nick said, oh, all I wanted to do was watch a movie. But I don't know. It just still doesn't feel like he's doing a lot to include her in the life post Villa. Maybe they're going to surprise us. Who knows?
That was kind of taking that initiative, and that's what made it seem like that? Was everybody else coasting?
No, I wouldn't say that. It was just more like Ace wasn't even really the ringleader or everything. Like that whole conversation when like we sent Jeremiah home, it was mainly me talking the whole conversation.
Okay, so finally the truth comes out. It was Taylor talking the whole conversation.
It's about needles.
But I don't think y'all saw that. But literally, like, it was mainly me talking the whole conversation. It was just weird because it was like he didn't see what me and Ace was seeing. Like, he did not see that at all.
With the Jeremiah piece.
With the Jeremiah.
And I honestly didn't either. Like, what was it really looking like with Jeremiah Huda? Did y'all really feel like they were just doing it for the fun? Like, they were just, like, trying to get to the end?
I don't know, to be honest. I really can't answer that
You got
question.
an idea.
I really don't know. Because, like, literally, like, day one, like...
He kicked them off a whole fucking island. And he still can't tell us why. Really? Interesting.
We all kissed everybody that came to us. Jeremiah didn't kiss...
What'd you say?
I think Taylor wanted to have a conversation with Andreina, so he decided to take Jeremiah off the island.
Yeah.
You listen?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know. But whoever his second kiss was, he just gave a kiss on the cheeks. I'm like, okay, I think he just locking in with his person, whatever. But then we keep having a conversation with Jeremiah, like, for the first 2 weeks, like, bro, go explore, go, like...
Yeah.
He was like, the feelings is mutual between me and Huda. Like, we just locked in, so... Okay, I guess...
And then, who is Taylor to tell Jeremiah to go explore anything when all we saw was Taylor up under Olandria not exploring anything? So why was he being required to play a different game except for that he was the cock that was blocking you from Huda. He was the cock that was blocking you from Andriana. So that's why you got to play a different game. But he can play the game you're playing. He can play the game where he's only locked in with Olandria. He can play that game. But Jeremiah can't be locked in. See how two-faced that is?
So,
it's mutual.
So evil. I can.
Right? Like, it's so... And for them to still not see how we see that as a hater move, you are playing the exact same game. That's a hater move. If you're the only one that can play the game that we're both playing, then you're hating on me.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all just felt like that wasn't good. That wasn't good enough. He wasn't.
No, because like Love Island, you're supposed to explore every situation possible. You know, like.
But they had to talk you into exploring Clark. They had to talk you into exploring other people. But you can sit here and tell us that you know oh so well that Jeremiah for sure was supposed to talk. Okay, 5 lots.
That's what Love Island is for. And he wasn't doing it, so it was like
So y'all want him off the island?
It wasn't even that we wanted him off the island. It was just like when the whole Andrina situation came up, everything that he did with Huda, day one, he was repeating with Andrina.
But it did seem like, and I feel like Jeremiah was saying some of this stuff on the podcast.
Wait, Tam. 404 just announced she's going to Fashion Week. So the other day, Olandria and Nick went live. And on the live, he was like, I'll see you at Fashion Week or before Fashion Week or after Fashion Week. And now 404 is going to Fashion Week. Okay, live your dream, girl. Live your best life. I'm telling you, that's why she's going to keep being an error message. Because that's some weird shit. So,
I think this will really stress Orlando and Nick. I don't know.
Is she a bona fide stalker?
Yes, she's a stalker now.
Yeah, this is getting creepy. This is getting creepy.
Talking to where it's like, okay, y'all wanted me to get up off Huda. So when I finally got up off Huda, I got up on Andrina. And when I got up on Andrina, y'all was still like, no, Jeremiah, wrong move.
See, no, that's the problem. He was like, he came to me, he was like, y'all get mad when I hoop, and when I don't hoop, y'all mad. I said, that's not the problem. I said, you can hoop. It's just the way you hoop. You feel me?
I feel like I didn't really have a problem with it. I was like, yeah,
that was your boy. It seemed like you supported him.
He's making out with Andrina. I didn't really see it as love bombing. It was just for like Taylor and Ace. It was more like the things that he was doing with Huda, cutting off every single woman. And then you see like the hickey thing where Jeremiah has a hickey and it's like, you're cut.
Okay, so let me just speak up on Jeremiah's behalf because none of them watched this episode. So they didn't know that Jeremiah got those hookies upon his neck under duress and molestation, and he did not want them at any time and was begging Huda to stop. Huda put the hickeys upon his neck. But as the person with the hickeys upon his neck, these dudes are blaming Jeremiah for being the receiver of shit he didn't want. Which was one of my first problems with Huda, was her disrespect for people's personal boundaries and for their autonomy over their bodies. Mm-hmm. And her refusal to let a black man live within his safe space. That was my first problem with her, was when he was like, stop, and she was like, no, and continued to do it. But then it was his problem. He's the problem. No, bitch, you were the problem.
Cutting off every single bombshell that comes in here by having that on your neck.
He kind of was blowing up the spot.
So I think for him, it wasn't, maybe, who knows what his intentions were with Andrina, but at the end of the day, it was like how he moved in the past that like judged the way he was going to move in the future.
Yeah.
But like, I think in my...
Okay, and if you're judging people on past behavior, how they're going to move in the future, then why did you save Huda's crash out for 48-hour ass, ruining the experiment for everybody? But you save her.
Nick did not save her though. Nick was not saving Huda. He said that
he never saved Huda. He never saved Huda. But he's saying that the logic for the other
people, I think the islanders really messed it up on themselves, because even what's her name? Ariana was like, this is interesting. You're serving her again?
Yeah.
And people were just like standing there like fools.
Yeah, it was crazy. I honestly feel like production should have released the numbers, because I don't believe that she got saved. I feel like it might have been a tie on the boys' side and on the girls' side, but they only did the tiebreaker on the boys' side. That's what I personally believe, because I don't see how Huda got saved 3 times and all she did was molest, coerce, crash out, and blame everybody else. I just don't know. And ruin the experiment. Literally ruin the experiment.
My opinion, like, I just wanted to give him a chance over Austin, because if it was real, any chance that it was real, then I believe in like that over, someone who doesn't have a connection.
Did you hear about what Jeremiah was saying before, where it kind of seemed like he wasn't really necessarily trying to be cool with you? I know you said you was open to being cool, and y'all did see each other recently. What was that?
Hannah's birthday?
Yes, Hannah's birthday. What was it like when y'all saw each other?
Lots of commercials. Keke's getting paid. By the way, Keke's commercial with Nicolandria is up to, is it 2 million views? Which is very high for her viewership.
I mean, like, we didn't really interact. It's like, there's a lot of, not because we have any disdain towards each other, it was more like we're in the same place and we're just chilling there, having a good time. I wasn't really focused on like the drama or anything.
Yeah. How much of it, because obviously, again, it's called Love Island, but it's also like, it's friends. Like, and if people aren't liking how you're moving, that can also affect how connections are being made and when that voting comes around. Like, it's like America's voting, but the Islanders is voting too. When did y'all start being aware of that and thinking about like how you're gonna, like, again, not play the game but survive the experience, I guess?
For me, it wasn't even surviving the experience. It was just, I'm gonna find my love, find the girl that I want, and whenever I leave is when I leave. So that's why I wasn't even tripping like when I left for Clark, because it was like, I found my person, so I don't care less than the money. I don't need the money. You feel me? Just as long as I leave with my person, I'm good.
And I mean, y'all stayed for a long time.
We did.
Yeah.
So just as long as I found my person, that's all that mattered to me. It didn't matter how America saw me. It didn't matter even like how the village saw me. Just as long as I found my person, that's all I really wanted.
What about you?
I feel like America always voted in such a different way than we could have predicted, that like you couldn't really move in the villa in a way that you would think America's gonna vote, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like anything you do could be perceived in a different way. So it's like, why change the course of things for something that you can't predict?
Yeah, very smart way to think about it, because honestly, what we were even seeing was not the full story.
Not at all.
For the voting, which is crazy.
Like thinking about
Thanks
how
for
you're
the
gonna move
rose.
and like planning stuff is just, that's draining. You're doing that. What are you gonna do that for 24 hours a day?
Yeah.
For 2 months? Like, that's possible.
I mean, some people have also accused certain islanders of being too programmed. Specifically, they've said that about Sierra. Like, oh, she seemed too, like, perfectly for the house. Like, did y'all feel that in the house, that she was being very, like, ready for TV? Or do you think that maybe she was misread on TV?
I feel like between the conversations between her and I, it was always, like, authentic. I never really got that vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're with a person that many hours in a day, you can get a read on that. But, you know, I never know what people say in confessionals. I haven't seen the show, or what they're saying to other people. So but just based off my one-on-one experience, it's like she was never, you know, fake in my opinion, or else I wouldn't have chosen to be exclusive with her.
For me too, like, I didn't think she was programmed for TV. Like, my conversation I had with her, and like hanging out with her and Nick, we was having like regular chill conversations.
Just kicking it. Like,
exactly.
yeah.
So it wasn't like, oh, like she's saying this so American can like her. You feel me? It was nothing like that. Like, she's just a cool, chill person. And so,
how'd y'all feel about her leaving? Because Shelly and Alondra are telling me that they didn't tell you guys. Like, it was like kind of like she's gone, and y'all just had to keep moving.
Yeah.
So and also with you, it's like, because we want to see the impact, like, because like that's your girl, but then it was kind of like she's gone, and now I'm on to new love, you know. But that probably really wasn't what it was.
Right.
It's just not what we saw. So how did that moment hit all of you guys, and you specifically?
I mean, that moment hit hard, like when you don't know what the reasons are, but I was like truly considering leaving, but at the same time, you don't know whether or not, like, if I were to leave and the values of whatever that situation was don't align with me, I mean, that's the reason I stayed and chose to keep continuing my like journey in Love Island, because I don't know what it was, and I don't know if that's something that aligns with me.
How so, Pauline? She says, this gave me an ick.
I think the way he responded, like even when you see the way he's responding, he's like pausing and he's nodding his head. He feels uncomfortable answering it. So I was just like, maybe you could have just said that it happened the way it happened and I have nothing else to say about it.
Yeah.
Because the way people are running with it in Twitter, they're like, oh, so meaning you just stayed because you wanted to finish the game.
Yes, because I was there for a game. I wasn't there to fly you home when I don't know that you were calling Asian people a racial slur. I'm not there for that. No, bitch. I'm here for a game. Yep, here for a game.
I understand that. I understand why he stayed, but now people are like, some people are like catching that and saying, oh, meaning he didn't like Orlando like that.
Yeah.
He's just staying because he has no other partner.
Yeah. And he finally realized he had the perfect opportunity to get at the person he was telling their mate that you got the baddest one in the villa. You got the baddest one in the villa. Ooh, I like her. You got and then so finally he was like, ooh, I can finally go over there. Oh, let me go try. I just think it was divine timing. Like, if there was ever an example that anybody needed for divine timing, because this is a game, it's not real life. He was not beholden to her. We already agreed. Ariana had told him they were practically broke up entering the casa. So it's not like I'm doing anything to you here. And we're just actually getting back together. We're technically, at that point, him and Sierra are like re-exploring, because now you're back together after being broke up for casa. You see? And yeah, but if it's all about the gameplay, he did it right. And I'm glad he did it, because now Ola's life is better and his life is better.
Yes.
And they're getting places that they couldn't have gotten with their others.
Yes.
And so that's when like this whole like journey with Elandria started. And honestly, looking back on it, like it was a really great decision.
Mm-hmm. And how did you feel, just quickly, when you saw him and Elandria's relationship budding? Was there a side moment as bros where y'all went to the side and he was like, I'm really about to pursue this dude, or was it just like, hey, I'm so over here with Clark, whatever goes? Like, what was your vibe?
It was more of like, that's what Love Island is for. It's for to test every connection possible. And knowing like him and Elandria picked him day one and then chose me, and they always put each other in challenges. It was just like, maybe there's something in there. And he had a conversation with me. He asked me like, yo, you care about us for Elandria? And I'm like, nah, go ahead. Because it's like, I'm exploring Clark, so I can't get mad at you for exploring someone else when I'm exploring someone else at the same. You feel me?
Now, did you
Like,
feel
it
like,
makes sense.
looking back, like, damn, did it all start to make sense that maybe they did have a connection? Because,
Yeah.
again, we didn't see everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I told
he
him
was
like,
plotting on you. No, I'm saying.
No, he wasn't funny. Because he did tell me, like, week 1, week 2, like, Alandria is very attractive. Like, I'm attracted to Alandria.
Because she is boy.
I would let him know like on a weekly basis, like except when I was exclusive. But like this isn't like a surprise.
But y'all kind of hurt my feelings when y'all had that moment, and then y'all both was like, and it seemed scripted, and not literally scripted, but y'all seemed like y'all wasn't being genuine when y'all were like, yeah, I guess it's best for us to stay as friends.
I don't think
so it was cool when it came back around because I'm like, when y'all said that to each other after y'all kissed, you know what I'm talking about? Because when you were like, we should kiss outside the challenge.
Yeah.
But then y'all decided not to do it in that moment. I was kind of like, now wait a damn minute.
Are you talking about the soul ties kiss?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think it was mainly like it wasn't nothing there. I think it was just Alandria had me in the back of her head and he had Sierra in the back of his head.
And that's what she said. That's what Alandria said.
Yeah, and I think looking back on those videos, it was like watching the damn Super Bowl with like all the watch parties and stuff. I was like, that was so cool looking back on that. But
that was it's a phenomenon for Shirley. For Shirley.
Are powered by No, yeah, looking back on that, it's different.
Yeah, no, I was happy that you guys came around to it because it seemed like it was so much to get to that point, and then you guys were turned away. But then obviously now we have nicolandria, and y'all found the courage to jump over that hoop. I do want to talk about. I know everybody always talks about the Huda and Jeremiah thing, but you guys very much so did hold Huda accountable in the house. Like I saw, like you were like you let her know we want you to stay, but also we're like. You don't seem to be having fun, Miss Girl. Like, it seems to be nothing but drama. And you also did the same thing. I'm curious how you guys felt seeing her on the podcast recently, talking about how she felt like nobody was there for her. She was bullied the whole show. I mean, she was really, pretty much saying that did nobody have her back at all. How did y'all feel about that?
I ain't seen none of her podcast. So you
ain't heard about none of this?
Nah, but...
She specifically said you were. No, I'm just playing.
That's nice.
But she did, ultimately, I'm not going to quote her to the T.
Yeah.
But she was saying that she felt bullied on the show. So my question is, did y'all feel she was bullied?
I mean, not
by
to
anybody?
me. Like, I try to hit her kind of for all her bullshit. You feel me? Like, I was like, yo, if you go back to Jeremiah and it's the vote and we got to pick, I ain't picking your ass. Like, I'm sending you home.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, like, I was probably, like, one of the main ones that kept it 100 with her and told her what it is and what it ain't.
Yeah. And what about you?
I always try to, like, keep it P with her and tell her straight up how I felt about her and Jeremiah. Like, I said it many times that relationship was so draining on me, like, week 2. And,
do you think that bullying comment was made towards the girls?
I think it was definitely more towards the girls. I think Huda and I had a conversation with Chris about how she was feeling that the girls were ganging up on her. But I don't like if there's bullying. Like, I'm not for that at all. I don't know if there was bullying or not, but at some point...
But you didn't see any?
I think... No, but at some point I do think it was definitely divided between the girls and Huda. And I don't know if it's called bullying, but there were reasons for that. And maybe the girls were grouping up together on her. I don't support that. I told even Sierra, like, just relax on her. She's still a girl at the end of the day. She has emotions. And... Yeah, so you did feel like there was some separation. Yeah. You maybe don't know exactly if there was bullying, but there was a moment in time where everybody that did isolate a Huda, apparently.
Okay, Pauline, was Huda bullied?
No, she wasn't.
Exactly.
No, that's the part where I think Nick, this is the part where I feel like Nick really made us Nicolandans feel weird, because you said ganging up, and then when Keke said bullying, and then you say, yeah, bullying, and then you say, oh, it was just like there was separation. Now, this is the part where he could have said that maybe Orlando was not part of it, or Shirley was not part of it, he just kept quiet. Now, people are going around saying that Nick didn't do his best here. Because when you allude to bullying, when you say separation, people will allude it to bullying, and Orlando and Shirley are 2 black women. So everyone will say that, oh, these are the 2 black women who bullied her.
So a bully, according to Webster Merriam Dictionary, if you guys still peep those, is a person who habitually, that means an established pattern, who is habitually cruel to others, who are weaker specifically. Okay? So the components of being a bully do not exist for this situation because those girls, she even said, took care of her like no other in the villa. So one time where they're saying you did too much, that's not a bully. That's holding you accountable, you know? And
Yeah.
yeah, so or to behave as a bully towards someone, to intimidate. Yeah, so I don't if we're doing actual terminology, we need to
But
get to
you know,
the
like why people say, you know, why people love going with the bullying was because
huh.
guys,
Huh.
I want to speak.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I can hear
No,
you.
I'm saying that the time where Keke said was there bullying. Okay. Kiki said was there bullying, and then she looked directly to Nick, and when Kiki just said bullying, you know, people are gonna run with it and don't even wanna think far. They'll just go like, yeah, there was bullying. Who the people will go like, yes. So we were right when we said who there was bullying, and everyone will just go for Shelly and Yolanda. Now people are like, that's where Nick was just like, I think Nick would just have said, I don't know.
Well, he did. I heard him say, I don't know. I heard him say, I don't know. I heard him say, I didn't see it. I heard him say he doesn't like it and that he wouldn't call it bullying, but maybe that's what people called it if there's a little separation. Like, so I don't know. I don't know another way he could have said it. Because he, like, again, he doesn't really understand probably the entirety for which those rats have been making it hard for our girls. And so for him to not really understand that, how could he know that him not saying in no uncertain terms, no, this wasn't bullying, separation isn't bullying, even if they did, Huda did too much, like he didn't know to go all like that, you know? But I feel like he did good with creating space between, she did some bullshit, they separated themselves from her, period. But of course, rats.
But you know, people are just talking a lot of stuff.
I'm not sure how big rats' brains are, but it
and
doesn't
also
seem like
like
they're.
some Chalets people, like even nicolandria people were saying the same thing. They
Yeah.
were like, no, we didn't like the answer that Nick gave. We didn't like it. But
I feel like
he
Nick.
did his best.
You know, I'm not going to hold this against Nick because I've seen in real time on their lives him protect her, him make sure that she's in a safe space, him look out for her mental health. And I've seen that. So I'm positive that he didn't think this was detrimental. Now, it might not have been the perfect words. And in retrospect, maybe he'll never say anything like this again and he'll say it the right way. But I'm positive that this wasn't to cause her more harm and that he definitely was considering her because he said there was no bullying and he's not with that shit.
I would say there's some separation, maybe for appropriate reason.
See?
Okay, you want to add to that?
No, he got it. Yeah.
I know Shelly and Alandria follow, but they're not following online. I mean, that's your baby Bookie Tut. Alandria, she's your baby Bookie.
Oh, baby.
So where do you stand with Huda knowing where she stands with Huda?
This is Keke Palmer. Now she's going to do a talking commercial. So I was like, did they really unfollow Huda or did they get out of the villa and they didn't get time to follow Huda by the time she did the Call Me Daddy podcast or by the time they found the George Floyd picture? So I was like, but they were like, no, they definitely were following Huda and then unfollowed Huda. But Huda also unfollowed them. So why aren't we talking about that? Why aren't we talking about, I feel like it's a two-sided conversation, Pauline. Why aren't we talking about Huda unfollowing them back? Because they could still be in her follow, but they're not.
Now listen, just pause that one. I think Shelly did not follow Huda when they got out. Orlando followed Huda on Instagram. And now I think after the Call Her Daddy thing, she unfollowed. And Huda unfollowed after. So Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but we could talk about it both ways, if anything. I don't think
Yeah.
that this did. Oh, they did this to Huda.
Now people are creating a narrative saying that Orlando unfollowed Huda because of Shelly, and now people are like, why did you unfollow Huda? And Huda didn't say anything bad about you. But I think Orlando stands with principles. I think she wanted Huda to stop.
Yeah, she was just calling Nick and Olandria first week out of the house. Were saying Huda was their baby Hilton, and then you're going to go on a talk show and come back to be under me, and that's what you said.
Friends, like, even though I voted her off twice,
Yeah.
like, we're still cool. We're still cool. I don't really know what, like, the situation between Huda and Alandria, but I mean, Huda and I are cool, and Alandria doesn't have a problem with it, so that's fine by me.
Yeah. And then what about you? Where you stand with Huda? You cool with her still? Y'all talk and stuff
No,
like that?
yeah, we're cool. I still talk. Like, that's my dog. Like,
Yeah.
whatever she need, like, I'm gonna give you the best advice. And she knows she come to me, and I ain't finna sugarcoat her. Like, like, she was like one of the bros to me. And
Yeah.
so I'm gonna tell her what it is and what it ain't.
Hey, Ayo.
We still cool.
You haven't watched the show. It doesn't seem like you watch too much of the podcast or the interviews. But I mean, in my mind, I'm like, y'all have to be talking about some of these things amongst each other. Like, when these bombs drop, the group chat has to be going up. So, I mean, like, y'all don't have one?
I think there's so many, like, weird tensions between certain people that, like, it's hard to have. I mean, for me, I like to be everyone's friend. Like, I don't have a problem with anybody.
Where the weird tensions?
I mean, for example, Jeremiah and Huda are definitely not friends.
Okay.
What else?
Chris and Huda.
They're not friends.
I think that's it.
There's clearly something with Shelly, Alandria, and Huda. I mean, there was maybe even something between Alandria, not between Alandria and Clark, but there was some tension she had spoke about on the show. Have they seen each other? Have y'all all been together?
No, but
who?
Alandria? But Alandria and Clark. But I don't think there's any tension between them. Like, Clark has no problem with Alandria. Like,
yeah. I know when Alandria was on, she was talking about watching back on the show and feeling like Clark maybe was shady to her. Obviously, that's girls,
See,
girl
that's
language.
the thing. If y'all watch that and y'all catch like that side eye that everybody talking about, Clark was another swimsuit. She wasn't in the same swimsuit they was before they cut that scene.
But it was several times, Taylor. There were several distinct scenes where Clark appeared to be being shady towards Alandria, including at the Stand on Business Challenge, when Alandria walked by and all of a sudden Clark does an audible brrr and leans into Taylor right when Alandria is walking by. Like, you're not going to play with me, Taylor. You're not going to play with me.
So you believe it's a setup with the producers?
That's not what I'm saying. How you kidding Messi? Clark is. But I'm just saying, like, Clark was another swimsuit. She was in that same swimsuit.
Okay, so maybe the storyline is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, but there is tension. So y'all don't even have a group chat because there are some tensions and some weirdness.
No, we ain't even got a group chat. Like, we ain't even try to put one together, to be honest. But I'm down to put one together for everybody to talk in a group chat.
Some people are going to speak.
Hey, no, girl.
I don't think it'll go too well, but
yeah,
I'm down for everybody to have a group chat. Like, we have one big ass group chat with everybody. Like,
yeah. I mean, it would be cute, but if it ain't happening, it ain't happening.
Oh, like Pepe and Hannah. I don't know if like they would talk. Like,
oh yeah, how about that?
Wow.
Like, not because they don't like. I don't know. I'm just like throwing out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting when you were talking about the whole Huda stuff and everything. Like, you were really honest with her, and I know with Shelly and Landry, they felt like just that sometimes when they were trying to be honest or do what maybe the guys would do, their comments would be taken a little bit differently. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like, they were kind of coming at the situations the same way as you guys, but they wouldn't get the same response?
They weren't there. How would they know?
I think it was more like guys and girls think totally different. And so, like, when we give a response, it's not what they're thinking. Like, for the longest, we didn't understand why they sent Hannah home. Like, even when they gave our explanation, we were like, we don't understand it.
Hey, talented man.
So I think it's more of just like, we think totally different than girls do. And so, like, when we give their opinion, it's not what they're wanting or what they want to hear. It throws them off. But it's just like, that's just what guys think. Like, that's just what, like, I think.
Did they ever share with y'all how they felt as black women on the show? Like, was there ever a moment in time where they shared with any of y'all, like, feel like sometimes it's hard for me to say how I want to say or how I'll be judged or perceived or even just representing being black on reality TV in general.
No, I wouldn't even say that. I think me and Ace had more of like young conversations where we're just like, bro, like we really can't talk how we really want to talk. You know,
Right.
like we can't say what we really want to say because then it's gonna get cut out, or they're gonna be like, no, don't say that, don't talk like. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I know. And I remember having that conversation with Serena too, from last season about the same thing. Some of our language, culture, what we want to protect, how we want to present. I mean, so how did y'all handle it? I'd love to hear that you guys talked about it because it's a thing, you know, where it's like I'm a minority, I'm representing in this space. Like, how do I be me but still make sure that I'm like honoring the platform that I'm being given? So how were y'all able to be together for each other in that time?
Like if we had to say something, we'll look at each other and say it with the look of our eyes. Like that's how we got things off, or we'll just mouth stuff to each other.
Yeah.
Like he's sucking every lips. We try talking to him every
Nick is like, say what you're saying.
You feel me? He's sucking every lips. So like a lot of times we gotta go up and whisper it to him, but like yeah, just like mouthing stuff and looking at each other and like reading each other's eyes. We said what we had to say.
Yeah, that's dope that you guys were able to talk about that though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, speaking of when people are being sent home and stuff like that, what was it awkward for you guys like afterwards, or do they? For us, it seems like the producers literally tell y'all, "Time's up, no more tears, get on with the show." Like that's because you guys seem to have to like y'all move on. It's like it's over with, you know. So like, what's really happening?
I think the first part of the show was so hard because it's like so early in the process, and when I get sent home, you know, you're hugging your boys, you're trying to go to the photo booth to take your last picture, and they're like, 30 minutes to pack your bags, get out. So it's like, you're trying to go as fast as possible. And, yeah, it's like a relationship you built with your boys, and you just kind of got to head on to the airport.
I mean, it was like, when the whole thing happened when LRGA and him came back in, you went straight to net before you went to net. We was like, damn, what's going on?
But I also heard when he left, dog, because it's like, okay, I didn't know LRGA left. She done put her for Villa.
Yeah.
I'm with, bro. We've been with since day one. You feel me? So, like, when he left, dog, I was like, hey.
My world is in
Yeah, when he left, you jumped over Alondria to get to him. And it's still not a good explanation because you were only at that time 24 hours into exploring Clark after several hours exploring Coco, because didn't Alondria come back by like day 3 of the Casa experiment? By day 2. By the night of day 2, she didn't have a match, right? Was it that fast? How long? Or day 3? Was it the night of day 3? So that meant that he was 24 hours saying Coco reminds me of Olandria, and then finally exploring Clark, and then that night Olandria shows up and he jumps over Olandria to get to get to Nick after only being booed up with Clark for 36 hours at that time. So that's another reason why his whole I'm a slow burner thing is out the window, because you burn hot and fast for the people who meet your aesthetic. That's where I'm leaving it.
One of the Three Stooges is gone. That would be down to 2. Dang. It was like a whole and then just hearing his voice, hearing him say "Good morning, Islanders." Like, I was still in bed. I didn't want to get up that day. When I heard his voice, I just jumped out of bed and went straight to Nick. I was like, damn, bro, I'm glad you back.
I mean, the bromances do be strong. I'm not even mad at it. Now, we saw a lot of conflicting things because Ace was saying that, you know, you would be telling him that, you know, that you cared about Alandria and that you really liked her. But a lot of times that wasn't what we were seeing happening with you two. And then not to mention, you also apparently were trying to make sure that she stayed in the game. What was this? Yeah, you advocated to keep her, but we didn't see that either. So I'm just curious because I do feel like it does seem like there was a lot kept out of you and Alandria's relationship that we didn't see that you cared about. You know, you didn't watch the show, so you don't know how it was edited. Mm-hmm. But like, if there's any tea or anything that you can give us of what was happening in real time, of why it was conflicting with Ace and you advocating her, but we didn't see it.
Yeah, so like, I would have a conversation with Ace about Alandria, like, yo, like, what should I do? Like, how should I move? And he'll give me advice, like, yo, do this. Like, yo, she woke up this morning, she cooking for your dog. Like, get your head in the game. I'm like, you're right. Like, let me get my head in the game. And, like, with the whole, like, thing about me keeping her and not voting her off, like, when we had to vote on who to keep out, what was it, Venna, Coco, and her, My answer is Alendria. Like I want to keep her. Like that's something I still want to explore.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to just like I'm not throwing what we had that 3 weeks. I'm not finna just throw that away. Like
Yeah.
we built a strong connection with 3 weeks. We went over a lot of obstacles that whole 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I really did like grow to like her. Like the challenges with he out here kissing her. Low key, I'm like it's a challenge, but in my head I'm like I'm mad as you know. So it's just like
He used that.
and
He used that word again. I really did grow to like her. Okay, fine. I mean, people in arranged marriages grow to love each other over time too. But I mean, you literally could have been exploring people that you were genuinely interested in getting to know and give a fuck about instead of laying next to that black woman for 3 weeks. You could have done that, Taylor. And you didn't have to, you wouldn't have needed for Ace to tell you to get your head in the game when this black woman's cooking for you, because we know the way to your heart is really through your stomach. It's still true. It's still true. You got to eat, bro. So she's in there cooking for you, showing you a love language that you're not willing to accept while you're growing to love this person. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you scoot back up to Clark for 1 day and all of your slow burn is gone. All of your inhibitions are down. All of a sudden, you found the perfect person to be a goofball with that is not a man. And yeah, it's just really, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't feel authentic. And it literally also kind of sounds like he was being strategic with not trying to, because he knew how it would look. I bet he's, after stringing a woman along for 3 weeks playing that kind of game, you're a strategic chess playing MFer. And you probably know enough to know that there's no possible way for you and Clark to win if you did do that to Alondria. So let me go ahead and save her right now so Clark can grow on her and I can look like, oh, I didn't just throw her out, but I really am just throwing her out. And maybe that way me and Clark can get to the end, because since America still is going to have something to say about it, I can't really just toss her to the thing. Yeah, anyway. Perhaps.
Nick gonna do his big one, okay?
Yeah, he was definitely doing his big one.
You feel me? Nick doing his big one, so I'm like, damn, like I'm gonna keep matching against somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm like, damn, like it's just a challenge at that dial. So that challenge, you gotta pick like what 6 times back to back to back to back. I'm
telling you, my mom one time was watching the show with me. She's like, "Who's
Thanks,
that girl? They
Pauline.
gonna let her go?"
And I'm just like, yo, like,
Yeah.
all right, y'all. I'll tell my bro, take her name out the damn basket, like take her beaver out, like y'all good, like no
So
more
when,
kissing.
when the moment happened that she really went off on you, by the way, I'm telling you, watching, I was kind of like, I was waiting on it low key. I was like, telling my boy, like, I like him, but like, I want him to kind of get going off on low key. What were you thinking? What were you thinking when she went off on you? Like, what was your real feedback and your thought?
I was like, where this coming from? Because like we had conversations the day before that, and I told her exactly how I was feeling. I told her I was feeling Clark. She was like, why
You
you
act like you was gonna be open, but you was still closed.
I wasn't even fully closed. It was just like I spent 3 weeks with with Alendria. So it's like I only spent 3 days with Clark. You know, so it's like if I keep spending more time with Alendria after I pick Clark, it's like damn, like.
Want to keep your hairline where it is? Through Hims.com,
Yeah, he's sounding
you can
like
explore a
bullshit.
range of options that work better.
I should have just sent Clark home at that point. Like it's not fair to Clark for me to spend majority of my time with Alendria after we already had 3 weeks. I had 3 days with Clark, and I picked Clark. It's like I still need to like try to even that time out, you know, as much as I could. And that's what I tried to do. And so, like, when she went off on me, she was like, oh, like, so what is it about Clark? And I told her, like, oh, she gave me this feeling, that like, the kid feeling that I didn't have with you, da-da-da. She's like, okay, cool. But then when I brought it up in front of everybody, then she goes off on me.
And I think there was also the bubbling of apparently hearing that you said you hadn't been attracted to her, which obviously, I mean, crazy, but I mean, where did that come from? What did they pull that from?
It was more of like, so like when I first come up with her, she's pretty, have a good body, boom. But it's like I wasn't like physically attracted to her yet. But the more as like time went on, like.
Okay, so a lot of rumors are going around right now about his sexuality and saying that he's doesn't like women and that he's and that could be why he didn't find Olandria attractive, is because she's so very womanly and gorgeous, and so like he just had all kind of problems with it. I'm not sure what that means for Clark's position, if that's what they're saying, because they're both women. Interesting, but growing to like somebody 3 weeks after spending next to them, wasting her time, knowing full well that your boy thought she was the hottest piece in the house, and you actively wedged yourself there until, he just said it, until such time as you had an alternate hole. As soon as you got an alternate hole, you finally told your best friend in the house, who had been telling you he liked your girl from day one, you finally were like, oh, well, since I have Clark, who am I to tell you that not to explore Olandria, now that we're down to the last minute and she almost got voted off twice? Yeah, now go ahead. Now go ahead, because it was really about keeping me in the game. It was never about allowing Olandria to play a full game, because I'm breadcrumbing her the entire time. And we did, for a fact, see you tell her that you were still exploring both. And if you're still exploring both, then of course, if she had more feelings for you based off of 3 weeks of fakery, then she's not going to just go jump into the arms of Nick. Of course not. They're crazy.
Yeah, like, I'm starting to grow that physical attraction to her. Like, I started attention to more. I started doing all that more. So, like, I grew to be more physically attracted to her as time went.
When you stopped wiping her kisses off after in the photo booth, and turning your head and wiping your mouth after every time she would kiss you, it was awkward to watch. It's disturbingly awkward to watch you wipe away one of the most beautiful women that we've seen in our lifetime. You're like, I don't find her attractive. Like, if you talk to 100 people, 99 would say, oh my God, Ola's breathtaking. And then you would have Taylor talking about, well, I can maybe grow to like her. He's a colorist. It feels like he's very colorist. And now we're going to get into his violence that he wanted to do against her. And he's going to get so excited about the violence against her. Watch this shit. It's weird.
You know?
Do you feel like it was kind of like she felt like, man, like I wasted so much of my life? Because I think it's a time thing too, right? It's like he's growing to like me when I could be, talking to somebody that already likes me, type of thing. Like that. Maybe that's where some of the frustration came from.
Maybe, but it's like I never held her back from talking to anybody. Literally, like whenever we did the blindfold challenge to kiss somebody, that was 2, and she went over to kiss. Was it you, mother?
No, I kissed her.
Oh, anywho, or was it Ace? She kissed Ace. She kissed Ace, and she told me, I was like,
Nothing
cool.
ever more happened with that, but I was curious of that storyline. They didn't give it to me though.
And I was like, cool. Like I'm not mad at you. Like it's day 2. Like go do what you do. Da da da. And the whole exploring Jalen, I wasn't mad at her exploring Jalen. You know.
Yeah.
But then like when I stood up for Sierra, one of the first things she came to me was like, oh, you could have sent me home. So in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, are you thinking for me to keep you here? Or like, because it's still my experience too, and one of the first things you told me is, oh, you left me vulnerable, I could have went home.
But, I mean, at the same time, like, you didn't tell her that you were going to stand up for Sierra. I think that's why she was like,
yeah, but
about that.
See?
Like, we get the text and we have to get ready.
See how Nick jumped in right there? So he might not have known exactly what to say with the bully thing, but I feel like him correcting this right here and adding space for grace is beautiful and shows again how much Nick likes Olandria.
So it's like I really can't.
It would just end up seeming like, again, it could be the edit, it could be the reality. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to put words, put blame, but it was a moment where I did understand her frustration, and I was trying to figure out what happened with y'all connection. But sometimes things are what they are. Was there a moment where at least y'all have talked maybe after the show, or was there an apology, or has there been like a, just a full on type of like, hey, blah, blah, blah?
It hasn't even been like, we even had like a full conversation about it. Like I remember I was talking to Ace about it. And I was like, yeah, like I wanna talk to her, but I feel like if I talk to her right now, if she says something wrong, I'm really gonna go off on her. It's like
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like, more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaway.
Oh, sorry, you guys.
because I get the girl, she's entitled to how she feels, but like you ain't have to go ahead and cuss me out like that for that. Like especially like when we already talked about everything that was already said. We talked about that 1-on-1 and you was cool with it. And then when it's in front of everybody, now you have a problem with it and you go off in front of everybody. Like you could have did that when it was just me and her one.
Oh, just like you could have told her nobody liked her and she didn't have any friends on the island 1-on-1 instead of laughing in her face like that in front of everybody at the bar. So you both could have, should have, would have, just like damn Jeremiah could have, would have, crazier than a huda. Okay?
1-on-1. But now it's in front of everybody, you go off, it just threw me for a loop. So I was shocked. I was like, everything you're saying, we already talked about 1-on-1.
I wish you seen the episode so I could know if we saw it all or if there was more. But you didn't see that episode.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. But I mean, like, even when we went to Disney and I saw her, I was like, yeah, what up? Gave her a hug, everything. So it was like,
okay,
I don't have no problem with her. Like, we still cool. We still chop it up. Like, I still open doors for her, still get her stuff. Like, I have no problem with Landry. Like, we're still cool.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk obviously about Sierra because she posted that Mykonos post. I don't know if you've seen it. So she pretty much said looking happier and not ending up with the guy who never actually liked me and started dating my friend instead. So did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I mean,
you look so funny with that face. I was
but I mean,
have y'all spoken?
No, and I was taking my time to process things. And like that video just like was so off-putting for me, especially the way like I still speak so positively about her after like she posted that, and I spoke so positively about that about our relationship before that. Yeah. I never once like bashed her. I never once told her like that I wasn't interested in her. I told the first interviews I did, I said like we were exclusive. Like that's a big thing for me. We were in this close close thing. And that I cared about her. And then like through her leaving the villa and then exploring Alandria, which is what Love Island's about, and I found this like great connection, amazing connection with Alandria, and then she's bashing me for that. So to me I was like, all right, I'm gonna take that on the chin. That's fine if you feel that way, but I'm gonna keep moving on.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel like she thought if she stayed, things would have been different, meaning maybe you wouldn't have ended up with Alandria? I mean, do you think that things would have been different if she stayed?
For sure. I mean, maybe, like if she stayed, things would probably be different.
He almost said for sure, and that's what I'm saying. Had she not had to go home for using an Asian slur as an adjective on why she gets her eyes lifted, we wouldn't even be having this conversation because Nick is a pretty stand-up guy and he was like in with her and that's who he was in with, and he wouldn't have necessarily explored Olandria other than he got to, it was part of a game, but when he got access back to Sierra, he took Sierra back. So he did the right thing because she had to leave the island because of using racial slurs. Doesn't mean that he needed to stop playing his games, nor does it mean that he was supposed to sit and sulk when he was in a perfect opportunity to finally gain access to Olandria, who Taylor had by that time shunned. So it was perfect timing. I'm telling you, this is going to be the new picture by perfect timing, is going to be Nick Olandria, because it was the perfect storm and the perfect timing for them to actually get an opportunity to explore each other and get me obsessed and change the world and have people feeling something that we haven't felt in so long. The other couples make us think something. I said it yesterday on my live and I'm going to keep on saying it. The other couples on Love Island make me think something. Brian and Amaya, they make me think something. Shelly and Ace, they make me think something. Pepe and Iris, they make me think something. But Nick and Olandria, the way their story finally unfolded, it makes me feel something, you guys. It makes me feel something. It makes me feel like maybe those times when you were connected to a person but pushed it to the back of your mind so that you could stay with an asshole who wasn't really giving you what you needed, but then something happened and God removed that obstacle so that you can finally have what you deserve, which is somebody's complete attention and adoration, and have their nose wide open just for you without having to be primed for 3 weeks and being prodded by other men in the house to act like a man who's interested in a woman, which is another reason why he's not beating the rumors about whether or not he really likes women.
Yeah, but things were how they went. So,
And I mean, it says a lot that after you left, after finding the relationship with Alandria, it isn't like you hit her up. You didn't reach out to Sierra at all.
yeah, I mean, when you're going through like being in the villa for 2 months and then going into this new world of like you have like paparazzi following you everywhere, you have like meetings from morning till night, you have a new relationship to focus on.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you see a post like that, it's like why it just made me feel like uncomfortable.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, and you're happy where you're at.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big part of it.
and that's, you see, I'm happy where I'm at, and I don't need to.
And we see it,
like,
Nick.
indulge in the online negativity.
Same old phone.
We see it. We definitely see that he's happy where he's at. His whole energy was subdued with Sierra and with Olandria. I don't know why Nick can have this little kid feeling that Taylor was talking about wasn't in Olandria's presence, but Nick looks like a happy little kid when he around Olandria.
Online negativity, America, this is a big part of the Love Island show. They voted. Did y'all feel at any moment, especially when you start seeing the feedback that they have on you guys as couples, that America, y'all is hating low key? Or, like, did y'all feel like y'all couldn't trust it? Like, when you're seeing these comments and just how people, you and Clark was always ending up low. Like, how was y'all feeling about that? And did it affect your couples or the way you saw other couples?
Are you saying like after the villa?
No, during it.
During the villa?
We didn't see nothing during the villa because we don't have.
But like seeing the results.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just like, damn, we in the bottom again. Being able to realize that America not messing with this.
I ain't gonna lie, it shocked the hell out of me. Especially being from top 3, dropped down to the last one, all because I picked Clark. I was like, yo. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. Like, I can't be mad. at them because maybe there's like they the full 24 hours in a day. Like, it's so much stuff I did for other people in the villa that wasn't my girl that y'all ain't see, So it's just like, But I'm not mad at it because as long as I find my girl and I leave my girl, I'm cool.
What about you? How did you feel just seeing how, at some of these votings, who's in the bottom as you guys see those things changing? How did that affect you and your couple, or how you viewed other couples, if at all?
For me, it was like, personally, I felt like from the first vote to the last American vote, it was really like positive for me. And but my biggest surprise, like from what I remember, is Ace and Shelley being placed so low when you have like such a strong relationship.
It gagged me too.
And like when you have a strong relationship like that, and you look at like the point of Love Island, it is about like building, like having a strong connection, and you would think like someone with a strong connection could easily win the show. And so what, them being placed, I think it was 8th place, 7th place,
9th place. It was next to me.
Yeah, and like I don't know why that is. I really don't.
How did y'all feel during the Stand on Business challenge? Hearing all that,
I really disliked that challenge. Like, that was my least favorite day of the whole.
It was so long. They were telling.
Interestingly, I don't remember Nick's portion of the Stand on Business challenge. Like, I don't remember him getting a turn at the table. Zach K said he was up there for a while and very uncomfortable. We didn't see Pepe's turn, Iris's turn necessarily. So that was all chopped up too. I wish they would show an extended version of that along with the heart rate challenge, because that was really interesting. I would have wondered what they were saying about each other. Yeah, he pees outside the toilet. Yeah.
It was long. It was shocking. Some of it was funny. Not really though.
Yeah.
It was just like kind of awkward the whole time.
How did y'all handle it afterwards? How was the cool down?
With the boys, it was cool. Like, with us, we ain't had no problem with each other with the boys. I think it was just like the more the girls handling like their drama. It's like with us, like, we were the next morning, we was in the kitchen cooking. We was like, y'all, we feel like this even brought us closer. Like, with the boys, it was no problem.
I feel like boys forgive each other much faster. In general,
y'all do.
We can move past
Wait,
it.
why you gotta say it like that?
Because you guys are so like guys. I do think are very very chill about things that girls are not chill about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, okay, I dated this person, now you're dating them, or even thinking about the heart rate challenge. What was y'all thoughts about the heart rate challenge and all the drama that went down with that? With Shelly and Huda and Ace. Tell me, what does that mean?
I had a lot of fun. I mean, I had a blast.
Oh, I know. You raised everybody's heart rate.
I won that challenge.
Nick is like, I love being
it was fun. I mean, I think that at the beginning of the season, you say everything, it's just a challenge. That was like a big quote that we would say.
Yeah.
And we would do our big ones. We'd like, you know, we'd freak out, whatever. And then as you go on, you build like strong relationships with people. And I think that at that point in time, there was like, there was no set line, but at the same time, a line was crossed. So it's kind of like I see both sides to like Shelly and Huda, for example. I told Huda this, and I told Shelly this. Like, there was no set line, so you really can't be upset. But on the other hand, it's like you can be upset because you've built this relationship for so long. So I think it's like a two. I was just the mediator in that one.
You always on the fence. I like it though. You play it well.
You think so?
It's good.
All right.
It's good. What about you?
She did too damn much for me. I ain't gonna cut. No, like I really see why Shelly was mad.
That's what I thought.
Like, yo.
That's what and I wish that you saw the episode so you could tell me if there was more that we didn't see.
Was there more, Taylor?
There was more. Apparently, the TikTok and the edit I've seen on TikTok. See, now you get messy.
We want the truth and we want the facts.
It was more.
It was like riding on the face.
It was more.
Didn't that?
It was more. It was more.
Why was it going on, you think? What was the reason?
Well,
the reason is because, like, in Huda's defense,
she was trying to raise heart rates.
I mean, good jeez.
Every challenge you do, it's like everyone tries to get freakier and freakier.
Are y'all getting extra cash?
Hell no.
They said that in unison. No.
Like y'all doing this like we in NFL.
It was like the NBA Finals. Every challenge you go out there like D-Wade, Braun, 2012. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, it's just a win. She won, I guess.
Yeah.
That is intense. Okay,
but she didn't even win.
You show the shower going.
She didn't even win. Nick and Sierra won that heart rate challenge. As a couple, they got the most heart rates up. Now, Huda did get Ace's heart rate up, but I don't know many men that heart rates don't get up except for Taylor's when they're around beautiful women.
We're almost done. I know I got you forever.
What's like another reality shows? I like Wipeout. We do like
Wipeout is so fun.
Or American Ninja Warrior.
Okay, you're right. I love it.
Stuff like that.
I would do something like that. And if we had like some team stuff where I could do it with like him and Ace.
Like the challenges.
Yeah.
People were talking about Ace would be good for Dance with the Stars.
He has a dance company.
His dance company.
He be dancing.
Yeah, the dance company.
His dance company.
I love that. Things are going good with you and Clark. I mean, you said it was important for you to find your love. It sounds like you guys are in love. I mean, what would you say the future is for you two?
Her moving to Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah, she said listen, she definitely said she would move. Like, after being there and experiencing like the rodeo life, she was like, I really like enjoy this.
We thought Clark would only be on a weekend rodeo person, but
hell no, like she better be on the damn money to spend the damn outfit she had on for that damn rodeo. She better be moving to Oklahoma.
Dagnammit, she better be moving to Oklahoma so that I can put this here thumb on her and control her the way she needs to be controlled. Because women and wild stallions have a lot in common. They need to be tamed. They need to be tamed and in my barn just so I can smack their asses and ride them and work them. I need to work them and ride them. Ride them, cowboy, dagnammit. I spent this here money on her And she better bring her ass over here to the Oklahomas. I tell you for certain.
And
Wow.
she really loved the country life. Like we asked like, yo, how was your rodeo? Like, how was our first rodeo? She was like, I loved it.
And I seen you guys did the Arby commercial together.
We did.
That was good.
Okay, so Clark may be moving to Oklahoma. Okay.
She made me move to Oklahoma.
So you, obviously, you live here now in LA. Are you and Alandra going to be long distance? Is there some...
I'm trying to get her to move to LA. Like really trying to, because she's in Houston right now.
Yeah.
But I think things are happening out here, and to be together in LA would be like really cool.
Can you see a future where y'all living together?
Why not? Yeah, like for sure. Like that'd be cool.
Are you gonna take a...
Side note, Ola did say in the live after this aired, she did the live with Taylor. I mean, she did the live with for like 2.5 hours. She was live, and Nick came up for 45 minutes. And they didn't talk about living together. They just talked about visiting and sharing each other's calendar. And Ola was like, oh, I'll send you my go to and stuff like that. So then, darn, train of thought. Okay, maybe he'll say something.
It's a football game because you know she loves
I
football.
want to charge it.
But Ola did say after he got off the live that somebody was like, oh, are you going to move in with Nick? And she's like, no. Do you see a ring on this finger? Do you see my ring on that finger? That's because I live with my husband. And she said that's when she's about to live with Nick, is when she gets a ring on her finger, because she's very traditional in that regard. And I mean, she didn't leave the villa with any bodies. She's obviously a traditional kind of woman. Her and Shelly are the only two uncracked nuts over there, okay? The only two uncracked nuts were the melanated nuts. Everybody else was cracking it wide and letting it open. So of course she's not going to go live with you, Nick. That's in your freaking dreams, Nick. But you'll respect her for it in the long run, Nick.
Bama, Auburn.
USC.
Well, she probably won't go to Alabama, but
To
I
ski.
will go to an
You gotta go to the gi. Yeah, to ski.
she's trying. She invited me to her the homecoming.
Yeah, to ski.
I feel like that you're giving, she was keeping it to the chest, but I feel like you're giving me everything I need and more for this nicolandria.
I feel like if I'm exploring a person, why wouldn't like living together be part of the future? You know what I mean?
The internet's about to eat
Yeah,
this
part of the
For real,
future
though,
when you
like,
marry.
If I didn't see a future living with her, why would I be like exploring her? You know what I mean?
This Marcel talking.
Okay, the baby.
Baby.
No,
The baby.
it-
So when y'all did the baby challenge,
Okay.
and you were like, "Oh, would you be a single mom?" And she was like, "I mean, I would if I had to, but it's not like what I'm trying to do." And then you were like, "I'd be a single dad."
I don't really know
Sorry.
what that was all about.
We were like, I mean, it's nothing wrong. Hey, I'm a single mom. It's, you know, but it was just interesting when you said it because it was like, that's my dream.
I'm a mommy. Mamacita. I'm a mommy. Mamacita.
Oh. I thought more like, like it'd be sick. Like we just travel the world together, like be my best friend. I don't really know that I was like.
Yeah, it wasn't like such a huge statement that it seemed.
I just I don't really know. That was just
Okay, last big one, which I don't think I asked this, but this is important because this is going to be before the reunion. So obviously, I need to know some predictions that
The reunion's on Monday.
because somebody said in my.
The reunion's on Monday, August 25th, and we will be watching it live stream here on TikTok at the Curves. Come tune in at 5:15, 5:30. We should be able to have some access. Hopefully, that's how the season went. At least is that we got early access. And so, if you guys want to do a group watch panel thing, be sure to come through over here, okay? And then we're gonna have our Love Island giveaway. Let me show you guys real quick. Because they came. I showed you guys, right? We got a sponsor for Love Island. And they ordered me this for the people. And because we're LRGA Curves over here, so we have this nifty, authentic LRGA Curves water bottle for our Love Island giveaway. When we get to 10,000 here on 10,000 here on TikTok, This could be one lucky followers. And 5,000 here on YouTube. This could be one lucky followers. We have a long way to go and a short time to get there in both places. So get to telling a friend and share these locations so that you can maybe win your authentic Love Island merch, you guys. Your chance to win authentic Love Island merch. So yeah, that's here and it's ready to go. And I was gonna be announcing the winner on Monday when we get to that goal. It's super easy. I mean, it's super easy. So thanks for sharing this live and sharing the location. And I hope I see you guys in here Monday. We should have a packed house.
And not even be no reunion because some people are not sure if they want to show up and be around everybody.
I heard that rumor.
I heard a rumor
that some important people might not come. But I mean, without those important people, like, I hope they'll all be there. Like,
who are the people that possibly wouldn't come? What would we predict that who wouldn't show up?
Yeah, I don't know. But that's
y'all not naming no names.
Well, I don't know because they haven't like publicly announced it yet. So I want my prediction. Like, there's a lot of tea and a lot of some people are quiet on social media right now because they're waiting for that moment at the reunion. I'm bringing a full suitcase with goodies and supplies and posters and big pencils and boxes.
Okay, now Nick, we didn't see you have a suitcase in your hand when you got out of the Sprinter van. You only had Olandria's dress from the street in your hand. You did not have a suitcase, Nick. So maybe you had a nice billfold in your jacket with your chest hairs out, but we did not see your suitcase, Nick.
Some gloves in case. You never really know.
Because Ace was supposed to be here today, so is he one of the people that's keeping it quiet and ready for the... He was.
And he declined? He declined the Keke?
He said that he has some... I don't know what he said. But at the end of the day, you're making me think maybe he's getting ready for...
He's preparing.
He's preparing for the reunion.
Yeah. He's gathering
what do you know?
I just know Ace got a lot of stuff that he wanted to address, and he wanted to address it in front of everybody. He don't want to address it behind their back. He want to tell us face to face. That's the person Ace is. So
that's true.
He ready. He just want to tell everybody how it is face to face.
Also, every time I call him, he's at the studio. So it's like
he dropped his song this morning too.
He doesn't even want to hang out with us right now. So it's like
he's serious. All I know is I'm ready to see this reunion. Anything y'all want to get up off y'all chest at the reunion? You're gonna see it. Oh God.
I can't wait for the Jeremiah thing to drop. Like, I just can't wait. And then like people thinking that Bella and I have like this crazy beef and like I heard Bella. People were pissed at me for that.
Beldasha.
I
love that.
It's just like I don't know. I'm cool and
can't get no coochie out the queen. Why did she say that?
What is it? What did she say?
She said, so you remember that song Win Whammy? She said, can't get no coochie out this queen.
She said that.
She said a bunch of TikTok phrases and that.
She said it, bro. Was that a challenge?
You don't like that.
No, I do.
That is hilarious. Beldasha was doing the most. She was hanging out with Ryan Garcia recently.
Not. So what about your love life, Keke? It's time to question
guys,
you.
Come on. Y'all know. Ask me what y'all want to know.
So where you at right now in your love life, Keke?
Oh, your girl Keke is single. She's a single mom.
Y'all hear that, everybody? Keke is single.
She's definitely open. You know what I mean? Like it's summer. Body is snatched.
Yeah.
My girl Summer, are you trying to say?
She's exploring the world.
Are we going to see like season 8?
Season 8. You know what?
Ooh.
Y'all.
What up?
Love Island need to let me come up on there, do an HBCU Love Island or something, like a unique, any kind of little different type of gag.
You getting the Heisman right
now? Yo. I'm here for me being like, what's up, Love Islanders? It's time.
Good morning. Tonight, Keke Palmer.
Baby, this is Keke Palmer. No, but yeah, I'm just like the Love Islanders, looking for love. We'll see where it comes.
Maybe came here.
Look, we went through the whole process. Maybe we can figure you out something.
Are you guys gonna be like my what Cyrano the Virgiacs?
Hey, we might be.
I went too far. Y'all are Gen Z.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
What would I
went too far?
What movie would let y'all know? That movie with Tyler James and Coco Jones.
Doctor.
Huh? Y'all know the Tyler James movie with Coco Jones?
Which movie is that one?
Was Let It Shine.
Yes.
Y'all know Let It
Yes.
Shine. Yeah, pretty much Let It Shine. Y'all gonna be the Tyler James to my Trevor Jackson.
Okay.
Anyway, I went too far.
That's
The
all right.
references. Yeah,
I'm down
I'm
to
a
be
millennial.
that. I haven't seen it, but I'm down to be that for you.
Thank you.
Oh,
You said you didn't see Let It
We need
Shine.
to watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that today.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all are so much fun.
I appreciate
I'm really
it.
excited for this reunion. And just thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. It's your girl.
okay, you guys. That is the freaking interview. Now, we can see right over here that there have been some mixed reviews on said interview so far. Like right here, it says Keke could have kept this Nick and Taylor interview. Love Island, Nick and Taylor chat with Keke. Oh, that's me replaying it. Not too many people. Oh, Landria's thing over here only has 300,000 views. We need to, with Miley Cyrus's mom. Oh, have you guys seen this lady? If ever you guys need some,
to react to Landria's journey on Love Island.
if ever you guys need some Love Island infusion, I've been following this therapist, and she's a full-on doctor therapist, and she has been reacting to Love Island stuff during the whole season, you guys. And so she has a whole series of videos. Real quick, let me show you. She has a whole series of videos because her whole thing is to deepen connections beyond love, and that's ever since a year ago. So she did a video on the disconnect Alondria didn't see from Taylor, and then she walks through, like, as a therapist, like seeing the signs of this type of behavior in a relationship. She oh darn, oh no, we go over here. She reacted to the trauma no one noticed with Huda and Jeremiah. She reacted to why Nick didn't tell Olandria about his feelings for her until the very last minute. She reacted to the strengths that she reacted to Huda's Call Her Daddy interview over here. She reacted to that. Can you see that? She reacted to Brian and to Amaya being misunderstood. Yeah. She reacted to, what does she say here? What everybody missed about the pancake moment with Jeremiah and Huda. Reacted to what did Ace think about what Ace did that no one's talking about. Okay, so these are some other little 20-minute videos that might add like another little rabbit hole for some of the people like myself that are still obsessed with this show and the dynamics and the inner workings of like this new generation. Like, because I'm an old head, I have my certain age. And it's just, I wouldn't move like a lot of these younger people are moving. And, but I appreciate this therapist reacting in a way that sheds like the scientific, emotional aspect of possibilities of their reactions. Look, the big dating mistake that feels right but isn't, that was about Jeremiah and Huda. What trouble really looks like on Love Island. So yeah, so she has a lot of and she started with the Love Island thing. So I just thought that she was really interesting. And this from 2 weeks ago, the disconnect one, really shed a lot of light on just perhaps the inner workings, because Alondria is super smart, you guys, but she's not smart at love. And she wasn't smart on picking up at the cues. And the doctor even says it was kind of because the place she was at in her life was that she wanted love so bad that she overlooked the disconnect and didn't see it for what it was. Anyway, I just thought that was really interesting. But thanks for coming through. And Pauline, I appreciate you coming up. Bianca Edwards, my super mod extraordinaire. Love you, girl. You know I care. Thank you for being in both places while I'm in both places, because we just split paradigms, darling. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, there's enough to go around. So go get some in the YouTube streets. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring my bell. Ring my bell so you can get notified when we go live and upload videos. And I'll see you in the next one. And over here on the TikTok.